welcome inside Boomer Stadium in Schaumburg, Illinois, where tonight your Florence Freedom look for their 10th series victory of the season at the hands of the top team in the East Division, Schaumburg. Florence enters tonight's contest at 29-13, 16 games above 500. That mark still good enough to keep Florence perched atop the highly competitive West Division standings. Now 4 games of breathing room over the next best team. The Evansville Otters lost last night, I should say. River City, thank you very much for that. So Evansville now the second place team at 25-17, but 4 games back of your Freedom, who have now won 15 of their last 18 games. And looking forward to more success on the bump tonight from a guy who was named just yesterday to his first All-Star game. Lefty Mike Castellani toes the slab in tonight's middle game. The lefty is 4-1 with a 2.25 ERA, and it's another all-lefty showcase as he squares off with southpaw Connor Reed of Schaumburg, who's 2-2 on the year with a 2.57 ERA. So we already saw one epic pitcher's duel last night in the opener of this battle between first-place teams. Scott Sebald was spectacular for the Freedom. The other big lefty improved to 2-0 on the season, carried a no-hitter into the bottom of the 6th. He would lose the no-hit bid there, but he still did hold on to his shutout all the way into the 9th inning. Sebald was looking for a complete game shutout, and with 1 out in the frame, he would lose it. Back-to-back doubles made it a 2-run game, and Dennis Pelfrey called on Jonathan Tripp, the 2-time All-Star, who will be playing for the Frontier League All-Stars in that Midsummer Classic in Rockland County, New York on July 10th. Came in, faced 2 batters to get the final 2 outs. He struck them both out. Nick Odo, the All-Star catcher for Schaumburg, was at the plate representing the tying run with a man standing at second, but Tripp won a battle, a good long fight, a long at bat, but Tripp fanned Odo and struck out Matt Rose on 4 pitches to preserve the 3-1 Freedom victory that has them on the doorstep of another series victory tonight in Game 2 with Schaumburg. A look around the Frontier League last night. Already mentioned the River City Rascals got the win over the Evansville Otters 8-1. All road teams around the Frontier League won last night. Southern Illinois came back to beat the Gateway Grizzlies 4-3. We were going through that score in the post-game show last night. Gateway squandering a late lead, so Southern Illinois snaps their losing skid. They're 24-17 and now 4.5 games behind your Freedom for the top spot in the West Division. The Joliet Slammers had that long 9-hour bus ride fresh after the Freedom beat them 2 out of 3 on Thursday night, but it didn't seem to faze them. They handed the Washington Wild Things a home loss 7-4 to look for a series victory in tonight's middle game at Wild Things Park. The Lake Erie Crushers, another road team, handing it to the Windy City Thunderbolts 6-1 last night. As again, all road teams around the league, including your Freedom, victorious in the weekend opener. Yet to do ground rules. An early first pitch slated for tonight's middle game. Have not played a 6 o'clock start all season, but we will have one tonight. We'll step aside for a short break. Prepare for the national anthem. Starting lineups will be next on the Freedom Broadcasting Network.
Cunningham, the Great American for the Rohr Insurance Agencies. Over the last many years, Alvin Rohr at Rohr Insurance Agency has handled all my personal and business needs. They are a large and growing national insurance business located right here in Greater Cincinnati. Call the Rohr Agency today at 513-985-4200 or go to rohrins.com. Call Alvin Rohr. Call the Rohr Agency today.
At Compass Self Storage, we make it easier. We understand that storing your belongings is not a luxury, but a necessity. We're a proven self-storage leader focused on providing you with a friendly, professional, and clean place to store your items. Whether your concern is price, size, availability, or security, there is no need to look anywhere else. We provide it all. Give us a call today at any of our locations in Greater Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky, or visit our webpage at compassselfstorage.com. Mention this ad and get your first month's rent for free.
Taylor Truck and Auto Repair, servicing all your local automotive and towing needs. 24-hour roadside and towing assistance are available. AAA accredited, family-owned and operated. We'll even throw in a 10% labor discount for active military and veterans. 151 Dozier Drive in Walton, Kentucky. Call 859-918-6122. That's 859-918-6122.
Welcome back inside Boomer Stadium, closing in on first pitch of Game 2 between two top teams in their respective divisions. Your Florence Freedom at 29-13, leading the West. The Schaumburg Boomers at 22-21, but nursing a 4-game losing streak as they enter tonight's middle affair with the Freedom. Starting lineups for your Freedom tonight, they'll hit the top of the first inning, and Tyler Reichenborn will do the leadoff hitting tonight. He'll be in left field. Taylor Bryant plays first base tonight. He'll hit 2-hole. First time he's been penciled in the 2-hole all season. Caleb Lopez will play second and start the heart of the Freedom batting order. Andre Mercurio is red hot at the plate last night, or right now. Last night, 3 hits, 3 for 4. The night before, 4 for 5, so 7 for his last 9 offensively, and anchoring down the cleanup spot for the Freedom. Ricky Ramirez Jr. will start in the All-Star game on July 10th. He hits 5-hole, plays right field. Luis Pintor is going to play the hot corner and hit 6. Jackson Pritchard's going to do the catching in the 7th spot. Austin Wobrock hits 8th, plays short, and Connor Crane gets to go back to his customary right field position tonight. Made the transformation to be a everyday first baseman to play more here in 2019 with Florence, but with Taylor Bryant at first and a day off for Isaac Bernard and Ricky Ramirez doing the designated hitting tonight, it's going to be Crane in right field. So a correction on that. Ramirez, the DH, Crane in right field, and that's your look at the Freedom 1 through 9. For the Schaumburg Boomers, they will send Clint Hardy to the plate first in the bottom of the first. He plays right field. Jack Parenti will play left, hit second. Quincy Nieporti plays first base, hits 3-hole. Matt Rose is going to be the cleanup man at the hot corner. Nick Odo rounds out the heart of the order doing the catching. Jimmy Galuski plays second, hits 6th. Brock Carpenter's in the 7th spot. He's the designated hitter for Jamie Bennett's Boomers. Connor Oliver will shag in center field. It was him that broke up Scott Sebald's no-no last night to lead off the bottom of the 6th, so he's earned himself another start. He's in the 8th spot. Alex Polston played a dynamite short last night, made 3 highlight reel plays, couple to his backhand side, 1 more for good measure to the glove hand. He can do it all over there defensively. He'll be back at short tonight and round out the bottom of the Schaumburg Boomers batting order. Mike Castellani making the start for the Freedom once we get to the bottom of the first inning. How good has Castellani been? Good enough to earn his first All-Star nod this season. Numbers are terrific, 4-1 with a 2.25 ERA. He's accrued those numbers in 52 innings of work. Opponents hitting just 240 off the Freedom hurler, who has scattered 47 hits that led to 17 runs, but only 13 of those earned. 8 walks, 24 strikeouts, right at 3-1 for a guy that's not looking to strike a lot of guys out. That's very impressive. We know the Florence Freedom do not like to walk anybody. Mike Castellani certainly fits the bill. Not going to strike out a bunch of guys. He is 3-1 in the ratio where you love it, but look for him to work fast tonight, live on edges, and use that 2-seam fastball that does a little something different every single time he throws it to get a lot of outs early in the count. Castellani's coming off a winning performance on June 21st at home against the Gateway Grizzlies. That night the Freedom won 5-4, and Lonnie's line looked like this. 6 1/3 innings, 3 runs allowed, 2 earned, 9 hits, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. A quality start, of which he now has 5 in his first 7 outings of the season. Tonight will be start number 8 for the lefty, who played his collegiate ball at Bucknell University and is in the midst of his 2nd pro season, both with your Florence Freedom. Connor Reed on the other side for the Schaumburg Boomers. Another lefty showcase tonight. You'll remember the name Connor Reed. He faced the Freedom once this year. It came back on June 12th in the middle game of a 3-game set. The Florence Freedom swept at the hands of Schaumburg at their home ballpark at UC Health Stadium. And the reason you'll remember that night, Connor Reed had to leave after an inning and 2/3. Now the Freedom were roughing him up, but he suffered a forearm injury in the middle of that start, tried to battle through it, but his velo was certainly down. He was sitting like 81, 82. Normally a guy that's gonna get it up there at 87, 88. The Freedom took full advantage, ended up handing him his 2nd loss of the season. Back on June 12th, the Freedom won that game 7-1 over Schaumburg and set up a chance to sweep, which they would finish the next day in Florence. This time we will send it down to the field. Time for the national anthem. First pitch of Game 2 between the Freedom and Boomers will follow right here on the Freedom Broadcasting Network.
Please remain standing until the colors have been retired. As authorized by the United States Congress, all veterans of the armed forces are invited to render the military salute at this time.
it is almost that time. Closing in on first pitch between the Florence Freedom and Schaumburg Boomers in Game 2 of this weekend set at the beautiful Boomer Stadium. Hi, folks. Glad you could join us. Aaron Brody with you from the broadcast booth. Tonight, the Freedom look for series victory number 10. They earned that privilege by coming through last night victorious in a 3-1 pitcher's duel. We have seen plenty of epic pitcher's duel between these two teams in the past. One, you'll remember in the last series these two teams played at UC Health Stadium. It was the opener. Ended up being a 12-inning game. The Freedom won 3-2. We saw something very similar in the way both sides struggled to find a lot of success offensively last night in the opener of this series, now in Schaumburg. Scott Sebald ultimately took the win, improved to 2-0, snapping that long line of no decisions. He was masterful last night. He left no doubt. He wanted to get that second win, and he made it very difficult for the Freedom to not come through and make that so. Went 8 1/3 innings. Allowed 6 hits, but didn't allow his first until the bottom of the 6th. Allowed just 1 run. It was earned, and it came in the 9th inning, where he would hand the ball to Jonathan Tripp, the 2-time All-Star closer, notched save number 9. That is a Frontier League leading number, matching the closer for the team the Freedom are playing against tonight, the Schaumburg Boomers, and Connor Eller, who had 9 coming into the series. Tripp now matches him to lead the league. Both Eller and Tripp will be suiting up for the Frontier League All-Stars when they square off with the best of the Can-Am League on July 10th in a new look Midsummer Classic in Rockland County, New York. Connor Reed starting his warm-up tosses. You can already see, if you can make out the radar gun, doesn't look like that's probably going to be the case. It's in left center. It's right in the center of that yellow circle above the global Euro sign. But Reed is sitting 86 with his warm-up tosses, so the velo's back. He never had to go on the disabled list. Told you about the injury he suffered in Florence. It was a forearm injury. We were all worried about the worst. Reed is coming off Tommy John surgery. This is his first season since having the operation that robbed him of the 2018 season. And the way he walked off the field the last time the Freedom saw him, with the arm just hanging there, we were all afraid that maybe his season might be over. That was not the case. Good news coming, that it was just a forearm injury. He didn't even spend any time on the disabled list. He enters tonight 2-2 with a 2.57 ERA. He is clearly put in the rearview mirror that poor performance at UC Health Stadium on the day he suffered the forearm injury. The Freedom winning that game 7-1. 6 of those runs charged to this lefty, who's about to square off with Tyler Reichenborn as we get this game underway. Freedom at 29-13 this season. Schaumburg at 22-21, and it's still a battle of first-place teams. Schaumburg starting to leak oil. They've lost 4 straight, so they see the Lake Erie Crushers just a half game back of Schaumburg for the top spot in the East Division. We've talked on and on about how competitive the West Division is this year. The top 4 teams at least 4 games over 500. Not quite the case in the East Division. Schaumburg's the only team above 500, and they're just 1 game over at 22-21. Lake Erie at 20-20 on their heels. And the Freedom can help Lake Erie take over the top spot with success in tonight's middle game. First pitch on the way to Reichenborn. He grounds it towards third rather. 0-1 will be the count. And we are underway at Boomer Stadium at 6:06. So it was scheduled to be a 6 o'clock start time, but we have now been late to start in back-to-back affairs. 6:30 last night. We didn't get started till 6:42. 6 o'clock tonight. Might as well call it a 6:05 first pitch. The count is 0-1 on Reichenborn, who now gets a second offering from Reed. It's a breaking ball, and it was well placed on the inside edge to push the leadoff man behind 0-2. Reichenborn in the midst of his first pro season, just 20 years old. Got his first pro homer in the Joliet series. He hit it to straightaway center off Cody Clark. He lays off a fastball that misses up and out for the first ball of the sequence. Count now at 1-2 with Reichenborn. Freedom back in those road gray uniforms tonight. The one difference, the black hats and the black socks. Breaking ball is lifted in the air to center field. In a back pedal, Connor Oliver is camped, and he'll squeeze the can of corn for out number 1 in the top of the first. Flyout brings up Taylor Bryant. Starting to hit BBs left and right. Notched his second homer of the series in that finale with the Joliet Slammers, a game the Freedom won 11-3. It was a 2-run shot, and he hit it to the opposite field and right. A line drive that sizzled out of the stadium. Connor Reed is going to start Bryant with the fastball that he wants. He's going to hit this moderately hard, but playable in right field. Clint Hardy underneath. 2 quick outs for Connor Reed. Freedom love to hit with 2 outs. They'll see if Caleb Lopez can start something as he comes to the plate here in the top of the first inning. Schaumburg back in another alternate uniform tonight. Navy blue tops. Boomers written across the chest in orange with their black and orange lids on. The fastball is going to miss above the belt to Caleb Lopez. Calling the balls and strikes behind home plate tonight, Joe Harris. His partner on the bases, Carlos Flores. First time we've called that name this season. 1-0, misses up and out. 87 on that one. The tail too far outside. 2-0 quickly to the 3-hole hitter, Lopez, who enters with a .232 batting average and 3 round trippers. 2-0 pitch, a fastball squeezed on the outside edge. Now 2-1. 2-1 pitch, breaking ball, and called a strike. Lopez leaned back, and he looks back confounded at Joe Harris after falling in a 2-strike count now. Evened up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Deuces all over the board. Connor Reed getting a pitcher's strike on the inside bender. Reed deals, misses up and out. Glorified pitch out is ball 3. Reed coming off a no decision on June 22nd. The Boomers would go on to win that game in walk-off fashion, 12-11. Matt Rose delivering the walk-off hit. Breaking ball's hit hard to left center field. This one's back, ranging forward and center is Connor Oliver. He lays out, he cannot squeeze it. It's off his glove and rolling on the warning track. Lopez will coast into second with a stand-up double. And this is what the Freedom do. Even with 2 outs, you've got to find that third. They continue to fight. And Andre Mercurio, who's the hottest guy in the Frontier League, will come to the plate with a chance to cash in an early run here in inning number 1. Back-to-back multi-hit games for Mercurio, a 4-for-5 night in the finale with Joliet, bleeding into a 3-for-4 performance last night. Combination of Lopez and Mercurio has been a good one to plate runs over the last week or so. Daylight move at second. Lopez in no man's land. He's tagged out as Alex Polston raced to the bag behind him. And that'll help Connor Reed and the Schaumburg Boomers. Mercurio won't get a chance to swing the stick. The Freedom down in order as it turns out. And we'll move to the bottom of the first. No score at Boomer Stadium in the middle game between the Freedom and Schaumburg on the Freedom Broadcasting Network.
Hi, I'm Lauren Hobart, president of Dick's Sporting Goods. I know personally how important sports are to our kids. That's why we've been working hard to make it easier for them to play. I invite you to come into our stores or shop us online. You won't believe all the changes that we've made at Dick's. We have more baseball and softball gear than ever before, an incredible selection of top running shoes, and we've got the hottest clubs in golf like the Callaway Epic Flash and TaylorMade M5 and M6. Stop into Dick's today to see all of the great changes we've made.
This is Ryan Quarles, your Kentucky Commissioner of Agriculture, here to remind you to buy Kentucky Proud at your local grocery, restaurant, and farmer's market. When you buy Kentucky Proud, you're buying fresh, delicious foods for your family, and you're helping Kentucky farm families make a living. Ask for Kentucky Proud by name and look for Kentucky Proud products at kyproud.com. Buy Kentucky Proud.
This summer, the Frontier League heads to the Big Apple as its brightest stars battle the Can-Am League's finest in the historic first-ever Frontier League Can-Am League All-Star Celebration. It's July 9th and 10th in beautiful Rockland County, nestled in New York City's suburbs. Slide to rocklandboulders.com for tickets and lodging information to see the best baseball stars shine in New York. Again, visit rocklandboulders.com and show support for your team in the Frontier League Can-Am League All-Star Game.
take our first looks at the Freedom Southpaw Mike Castellani, who toes the rubber tonight for the 8th time this season and enters with tremendous numbers, all-star caliber. 4-1 with a 2.25 ERA, and he stares in at Clint Hardy to get the bottom of the first underway. No score at Boomer Stadium in the middle game between two top teams in the Frontier League. Fastball across on the outside edge at 82 miles an hour. Lonnie in front of Hardy. 0-1. Was told in between innings that the umpires have flipped. So it's not Joe Harris behind the plate. He's actually at first. Carlos Flores calling the balls and strikes. Here's a grounder to third. Pintor fields it clean. Shows the gun to first. 5-3, Hardy retired. As we mentioned, Mike Castellani looks to get outs early in the count. 2 pitches, all it took to retire Hardy for out number 1. Jack Perennial coming to the plate next. A consummate pro hitter, but having a tough series. 0 for 4 last night. Though Jamie Bennett would beg to differ. It was Parenti who laid down that bunt on the third base side in the 9th that turned out to be a dramatic 9th inning. Originally called safe at first base as Parenti, but umpires would conference and change the call. A breaking ball finds the outside edge. Lonnie ahead 0-1 on Parenti, spotting the Uncle Chuck. 0 for 4 last night for Jack in the opener. Here's a grounder to first, but it's foul. 0-2. Castellani quickly ahead. Mike, the movie man on bus trips. I don't know where we would be without Mike Castellani and that golden DVD portfolio he brings on the bus. 0-2 on the way to Jack Parenti. He's hit hard but squeezed at first base. Taylor Bryant on a backhand. Holds on to the liner. 2 quick outs in the bottom of the first. Parenti hit that one well, but now he's 0 for 5 for the series as Quincy V. Porty makes his way to the plate. Hoping to extend the inning as Mike Castellani has thrown just 5 pitches and has 2 outs. Porty had one of the doubles in the 9th inning last night. Had the first one. Fastball at 83 starts him 0-1. Castellani threading that outside needle. Painting the black. Let's take the edge. Lonnie always from the stretch. And the lefty deals the 0-1. It's rolled to short. Wobrot fields it in front. Hose to first. 6-3 and a 1-2-3. Bottom half of the first inning, Mike Castellani faces the minimum. More good work from the southpaw. And it's a lefty showcase. Connor Reed back to the bump. He'll face the 4-5-6 as both teams traded 1-2-3 frames in a quick moving first inning at Boomer Stadium. No score on the Freedom Broadcasting Network. Who did the Florence Freedom turn to when it was time to upgrade their scoreboard? Atlantic Sign Company. Through their branding expertise, innovation, and passion, Atlantic Sign Company will help you identify your business to your customers in a way that will exceed your expectations. From concept to the completion, their team will be with you every step of the way. Your sign represents you, your company, and your brand. So go where the Florence Freedom went for their scoreboard. Atlantic Sign Company.
Have you ever wondered what heaven tastes like? Today at the ballpark, we are giving you the opportunity to do just that. To delight your taste buds, we present Curd Town deep-fried cheese curds. These golden crispy morsels, with their gooey cheesy center, are the tasty treat that have all of the angels singing. After trying our delicious cheese curds, we can't promise you a halo, but we do guarantee a joyful stomach and a cheesy smile.
Today's game is sponsored in part by Clark Dietrich Building Systems, a military-friendly employer. Clark Dietrich offers a comprehensive lineup of steel construction products and services across the United States and abroad. Using cold-formed steel, we manufacture innovative products for interior framing and finishing, exterior framing, floor and roof framing, as well as clips, connectors, metal lath, barrier mesh, and accessories. For more information, visit our website at www.clarkdietrich.com.
tonight to face Connor Reed as we move into the top of the second. In the middle game between the Freedom and Boomers. Aaron Brody with you from Boomer Stadium. A bit of an unconventional 1-2-3 inning for Connor Reed in the top of the first. He did surrender a double to Caleb Lopez, but promptly picked him off second before throwing a pitch to the man who steps back in the box now, Andre Mercurio. Schaumburg well aware of how Mercurio likes to lay down bunts, so they are in on the corners. And as a first pitch, fastball is going to find the outside edge to start Mercurio behind 0-1. Talking to a couple of the players in the hotel lobby earlier. Apparently Schaumburg didn't appreciate Mercurio laying down some bunts yesterday as he hits a hard ground ball foul off the first base side to fall behind 0-2. Apparently after he laid down a bunt single, which came in the third inning. When he came to the plate the third time, Quincy Neporti at first base yelled out, "Prepare for the small ball stuff." Moved in and prompted Brock Carpenter, who was at third base yesterday, to do the same. Good breaking ball retires Mercurio on 3 pitches. He came up empty on a half-hearted swing, just trying to protect with 2 strikes, but he didn't touch it. So it's the first strikeout of the evening for Connor Reed, and 1 out in the top of the second to bring up Ricky Ramirez Jr., tonight's designated hitter. One thing I would say to Quincy is 29-13, man. Small ball stuff has worked quite well for us here in 2019. Is 700 baseball good? First pitch, fastball, tempting as Mercurio started to go, but he did not cross the halfway point. So it's going to be ball 1 up in the zone and a 1-0 count. Reed into the windup and the 1-0s. Swung at, fouled off behind home plate to my left to even the count at a ball and a strike. Ramirez got a knock last night. He doubled. Got his average up to 285. His on base of 426, outstanding. So is his on base plus slugging at 849. 1-1. Lifting the air towards the power alley in left center field. Ramirez put a charge in this baseball back in left, and seeing it bounce off the wall is Parenti, who will have to play it on a hop. Ramirez coasting in, safe at second. The Freedom have 2 doubles tonight off Reed, and they're sitting pretty with 1 out in the top of the second for Luis Pintor.
Now batting for the Freedom, the third baseman, number 7, Luis Pintor.
Narrowly missing. His 4th long ball of the season was Ramirez, who dropped that right on the base of the wall, left center. Neporti again on the fringe of the infield grass at first base. Playing deep up the middle and also deep at third. Neporti now backpedaling as the first pitch to Pintor. It's on the outside corner at 87. 0-1. Maybe we'll see some more small ball stuff here with 1 out. Pop up, first base side. Giving chase is Neporti. He's going to have enough room. And foul ground, the first baseman squeezes. Pintor down. And now 2 outs. So small ball stuff off the table. Freedom will need Jackson Pritchard to come through with a 2-out base knock. Jackson was instrumental in that 3-1 victory the Freedom got yesterday in the opener. Got an RBI single and also plated a run on a fielder's choice. So 2 of the RBIs in that 3-1 victory. Credited to the guy who steps in the box now to face Connor Reed. Upright in his right-handed batting stance. Lefty deals the first pitch fastball that misses for ball 1. It was upstairs above the belt. No score in the top of the second, but the Freedom hoping to change that with 2 outs and Ramirez standing at second. Good breaking ball, and Pritchard went around too far. Strike on the swing. Evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Pritchard looking for RBI number 13 this season. And he'll hit a little soft liner to right field. This is trouble. It's going to get down, and a fair baseball as it bounces on the chalk and rolls into the Boomers bullpen. Scoring easily is Ricky Ramirez Jr. Pritchard's around second. He's heading for third. Throw to the bag in time. Pritchard gunned out, hustling and diving into third base, but the damage done. The Freedom able to count up the Ricky Ramirez Jr. double and take a 1-0 edge on the Boomers. Florence 20-4 when they score first in games in 2019. A tremendous omen as Mike Castellani gets back on the bump to face the 4-5-6 in the bottom of the second. Keep it locked on the Freedom Broadcasting Network.
Can't carry a bowling ball in a plastic bag. Can't rub plastic bags together to make fire. Can't turn them into swim trunks. And you can't put plastic bags in your Rumpke recycling container. Visit Rumpke.com for recycling do's and don'ts. Learn more at Rumpke.com.
Make your recycling count. Rumpke.
Hey Freedom fans, let's play a game of Did You Know, courtesy of Life Center. Did you know organ and tissue donation is life-saving and life-changing for thousands of people? How about that more than 600 people in greater Cincinnati are waiting for a life-saving organ transplant? You can change someone's life with a simple yes when you go to renew your driver's license or state ID. Say yes and register to be a donor. Visit lifepassidon.org for more information or to register online. Life, pass it on. You belong at City. We are now hiring customer service agents to join the team at our Florence, Kentucky Customer Contact Center. Working at City certainly has its perks: tuition reimbursement, great pay, business casual dress code, and benefits day one. To discover a career at City and join our remarkable team, visit jobs.city.com/Florence. That is jobs.citi.com/Florence. City is an equal opportunity employer.
Back to baseball at Boomer Stadium. Freedom in front 1-0 as Jackson Pritchard finds his third RBI of the series to give the Freedom an early lead as we move into the bottom of the second. Mike Castellani to face Matt Rose to start the frame. Lefty comes to a quick consensus with Pritchard and starts Rose with a fastball that's going to miss a hair inside for ball one. A reminder to our listening audience, we are simulcasting again today and will for the rest of the season. So if you're on the YouTube live stream and the feed's giving you grief, we're on Mixler for the tried and true radio broadcast. A fastball paints the outside edge. Castellani evens the count at 1-1 Faced the minimum in his first inning of work, and he's done that a lot in an all-star season here in 2019. Here's a hard hit ball deep into left field. Back is Reichenborn, and he'll watch this sail over the wall. A solo shot from Matt Rose ties the game at 1 immediately after the Freedom take the edge. Schaumburg stalemates the game again. Fifth home run allowed for Mike Castellani this season. Solo shot brings up the all-star catcher Nick Odo. Still nobody out. Bottom 2. First pitch on the way to the catcher is a breaking ball that misses down and away. 1-0. Lonnie fires a fastball, gets a swing and a miss. Big swing from Nick Odo, but he was early. Now the count's even, a ball and a strike. Fifth home run of the season for Matt Rose. Fastball is turned on foul. Sent rolling off the first base side, bouncing off the wall and ending up in Taylor Bryant's first baseman's mitt. Lonnie pushes Odo to the brink, 1-2, looking for the first out in the bottom of the second. Pritchard sets up out with that wide stance behind home plate. Good. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Castellani answering the bell after the homer with his first strikeout of the night. Brings up Jimmy Galuski. One dead and nobody on.
Now batting for the Boomers, the second baseman, number 22, Jimmy.
Went through the numbers last night in detailed fashion on the broadcast. Schaumburg not a team that's going to circle the bases a bunch, but Matt Rose does pace their offense with his 5 homers. That's home run number 24 this season for Schaumburg. They're 9th in the Frontier League in that category. Showing a bunt, laying it down is Jimmy Galuski, but Pritchard will squeeze as the bunt was right in front of home plate. And he'll send it to first base in time to retire the hustling Galuski. 2-3 for out number 2. Look at Schaumburg all of a sudden trying the small ball stuff, but to no avail. Brock Carpenter is the designated hitter today in the 7th spot. He digs in the right-handed batter's box now. Castellani looks to retire 3 straight after the solo homer. That's tied the score at 1 here in the bottom of the second. Lonnie sets and fires the first pitch, but it's down and away. 83 on that 2-seamer. I thought Dennis Pelfrey said it well on one of his Dennis Pelfrey shows. Mike Castellani's fastball, you never know what it's going to do, but it's going to do something, and it's going to move a lot. Hard shot towards short. Wobrock plays a big hop, sends the hose to first. And Lonnie does answer the bell, but Matt Rose ties the game at 1s with his 5th home run of the season. A rocket shot to left center field. And the Freedom will come to the plate, trying to jump in front again in their 3rd at bat. They'll send Wobrock, Crane, and Reichenborn at the top when we move into the 3rd next on the Freedom Broadcasting Network. Are you craving the crispiness of Donato's pizza and the creaminess of Witt's custard? Visit a one-stop shop for both cravings in Independence, Kentucky. Haven't had the chance to try Witt's yet? Well, you're in luck. Stop by the First Baseline concessions and get a scoop of made fresh daily Witt's custard today. Donato's Pizza and Witt's Custard of Independence are proud supporters of Tasty Za, delicious desserts, and Florence Freedom Baseball.
Florence Freedom fans, Walt Kelsey here for Kelsey Chevrolet on Route 50 in Lawrenceburg. Proud sponsor of your Florence Freedom. We're just 15 minutes from Florence. Take 275 west to the Lawrenceburg exit. We can handle all your automotive needs. Sales, service, parts, and body shop. We are family owned and operated, and we offer a fresh approach. We'll treat you like family. Find new roads at kelseychev.com.
We are Kelsey Chevrolet, from our family to yours.
Chris Collinsworth here. Western and Southern can help you translate your financial needs. Start with a free, no-obligation insurance checkup. It doesn't take long, and it's a great way to find out how to protect your family's future. Talk to a financial translator today.
Call our Northern Kentucky office at 859-426-3300. That's 859-426-3300 for your free, no-obligation review.
Compensated endorser, Western and Southern Financial Group, Cincinnati, Ohio, R5-1307.
Freshly tied up ball game 1-1 as we move into the top of the 3rd. The Freedom scoring first tonight. A Ramirez Jr. double set the stage for another double later in the inning for Jackson Pritchard to give the Freedom a 1-0 lead, but Matt Rose tied it on one swing of the bat to lead off the bottom half of the second. First pitch at 85, the Heat on the inside edge to Austin Wobrock, the 8-hole hitter who leads off for Florence here in inning number 3. All tied up. Fastball is rolled over to second. Galuski will charge in, wait for the slow roller, and send it to first in time. 4-3 to retire Wobrock for the inning's first out.
Now batting for the Freedom, the right fielder, number 16,
Connor Crane hits next. Playing right field today. Saw him play right field a lot in his first stint with the Freedom just last season. but he has made the transformation to be an everyday first baseman this year. Getting the opportunity to go back to his old stomping grounds here in the middle game with the Boomers. A first pitch fastball is well spotted from Connor Reed on the outside corner for a called strike. The lefty ahead of Crane, 0-1. Reed rocks into the windup and the 0-1 pitch on the way. Good disappearing slider. Swung on and missed. Oh, 2 to Crane. Good fastball. Trying to check his swing was Connor, but he's ruled to have gone around too far. Carlos Flores punches him out. Second strikeout of the night for Connor Reed. Got one in his last 2 innings of work. Back to the top of the order for the Freedom and Tyler Reichenborn, who flew out to center to start the ball game. First swinging and a slow roller towards the Freedom dugout. 0-1. Second pitch is a breaking ball. That's low and away. For the first ball of the sequence, 1-1 now. Reichenborn still above the 300 mark with the batting average hitting .302. He's got 6 RBIs in his first homer in the Joliet series. Here's a fly ball. Shallow in left field. Jack Perini on the in-trot will squeeze it. And Connor Reed delivers a shutdown inning. After the Boomers tied it in the second, we move to the bottom half of inning number 3. Locked up at 1 run apiece on the Freedom Broadcasting Network.
This summer, the Frontier League heads to the Big Apple as its brightest stars battle the Can-Am League's finest in the historic first ever Frontier League Can-Am League All-Star Celebration. It's July 9th and 10th in beautiful Rockland County, nestled in New York City's suburbs. Slide to rocklandboulders.com for tickets and lodging information to see the best baseball stars shine in New York. Again, visit rocklandboulders.com and show support for your team in this Frontier League Can-Am League All-Star Game.
Get ready to hit it out of the ballpark with tasty treats from Milford Valley.
We've got an all-star lineup of chicken appetizers now available at concessions. Fans who like a little heat can't go wrong with cream cheese-filled buffalo chicken sticks. Like it a little hotter? Try the spicy jalapeno chicken sticks. And finger food just got more interesting with chicken chips that are great for dipping in your favorite sauce.
This lineup of chicken products from Milford Valley is sure to be a big hit and your next ballpark favorite.
BRG is locally owned and operated, so we take pride in our community you choose to call home. With spacious floor plans, neighborhoods that complement your lifestyle, pet-friendly communities, 24-hour emergency maintenance, the amenities are endless. Come home to BRG Apartments. With communities located in Cincinnati and Dayton, Ohio, as well as in northern Kentucky, we have something for everyone. Finding your new home is as easy as BRG. 8-9 one-hitters due up for the Schaumburg Boomers. That's Connor Oliver, Alex Polston, and Clint Hardy, the leadoff man, to face Mike Castellani in inning number 3. A 1-1 game. Florence with 1 run on 3 hits. The Boomers with 1 run on 1 hit. A solo shot from Matt Rose in the second. Oliver hits from the left side, facing Castellani, who's a left-handed pitcher. First pitch fastball is going to send back to the backstop. 0-1 on the swinging strike. Castellani gets the sign from Pritchard, who sets up into Oliver in the 0-1 pitch. A good one, swung on and missed.
Castellani reached back, put a little extra on this fastball, and threw it past Oliver to push him to the brink. 0-2. Castellani with 1 strikeout. That came in his last inning of work. Another quick consensus with Pritchard. As Castellani lowers the hands to the ready, and the 0-2 pitch, good. Breaking ball swung on and missed. He will get that second strikeout. And a good start to the bottom of inning number 3. Castellani, not a guy that wears his emotions on his sleeve ever, but he does seem to look a little bit different after that round tripper from Rose. Even more all business than usual. He takes those personal. He's looked great since the round tripper. He's retired 4 straight. Patiently waiting for Alex Polston to step in the box. Polston wants to finish his walkout song first. He's in there now, and Lonnie ready to rock. Gonna miss down and in. Falling behind 1-0. Polston ranks last on the Boomers roster in batting average. Just 182. His 40th appearance today, 38th start at short for Jamie Bennett's Boomers, and the 1-0 is grounded towards third. Pintor has to battle that lip, but he squeezes a high hop. High throw to first, but Bryant leaves his feet, comes down on the bag, and will secure the 5-3 putout for the second out in inning number 3.
Now batting for the Boomers, the right fielder, number 25, Clint Hardy.
Talked about it briefly yesterday, but the natural grass surface for a team that's used to playing on turf can be a tricky transition. That was a tough play. Pintor made it look easy, and at first pitch fastball is lined to the opposite field, but foul off the bat of Clint Hardy, the leadoff man, who's back in the right-handed batter's box and behind 0-1. Castellani lowers the hands to the ready, just above the belt. 0-1 pitch. Fastball, and it's going to even the count at 1-1. A little bit low. You can hear Carlos Flores on the crowd mic. Castellani sets, hikes the leg and fires the 1-1. It's a breaking ball that swung on and missed. Use the bender to retire Oliver on strikes. Gets another whiff here with it. Got the Uncle Chuck working well in the early goings tonight. Pritchard will set up out for the 1-2. Here it comes. Fastball at 85, the 4-seamer, but it was outside for ball 2. Deuces all over the board. And what very well could shape up to be another pitcher's duel tonight. 2 lefties with ERAs under 3 duking it out in game 2 of this weekend set between the Freedom and Boomers. 2-2 pitch. It's that breaker again, and it's popped up out of play. Not a comfortable swing from Clint Hardy, but he knew he had to protect. He was able to do so. A 1-1 game. Each team scoring 1 in the second. Castellani deals. See you later. Breaking ball swung on and missed. 2 whiffs in the inning for Mike Castellani, who's now got his strikeout total up to 3 as he pounds the heel of his mitt on his way back to the Freedom third base dugout. Florence will send their 2-3-4 Bryant, Lopez, Mercurio to the dish to face Reed in the top of the 4th at Boomer Stadium when we come back on the Freedom Broadcasting Network.
It's not just a truck, it's a way of life. It's who you are. It's proud, free, wild. It's a brotherhood, the Brotherhood of Tacoma. For over 50 years, Toyota has built the best, most durable, go anywhere, do anything trucks money can buy. That's the Toyota Tacoma, the truck that feels like it was built for you, because it is. Built in the USA. Welcome to the Brotherhood. Find out more at your Toyota dealer or buy at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Bored? Looking for something different and exciting to do? Come to Full Throttle Indoor Karting and experience pure racing exhilaration. 40 miles per hour on huge indoor tracks. That'll do it. Full Throttle Indoor Karting has something for almost everyone. Check it out at GoFullThrottle.com. Come alone or bring your friends. With 2 locations, Springdale near Dave & Buster's and Florence just off the Turfway exit. We're close by. Full Throttle Indoor Karting. GoFullThrottle.com.
Right now at Fazoli's, get the $5 lunch. Pick 2 Fazoli's favorites, like our fettuccine Alfredo and a side Caesar salad. Or get lasagna with meat sauce and a slice of pepperoni pizza, plus a drink, all for $5. That's right, just $5. Choose from over 450 tasty combinations and get our unlimited signature garlic breadsticks when you dine in. Make plans to enjoy the $5 lunch at Fazoli's today. Fazoli's, life is better with breadsticks. Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Tax not included.
A good ball game on the brew here at Boomer Stadium. 2 top teams in their respective divisions knotted up at 1 as we break ground on inning number 4 as Taylor Bryant makes his way to the plate to face the lefty Connor Reed for the Schaumburg Boomers. Bryant 0 for 1 tonight with a fly out to right field. Keeping up that opposite field approach. Hit it pretty well, but too much air underneath it. Reed rocks into the windup, and we're underway in the 4th. Breaking ball starts us, and it was on the inside corner for a called strike. Freedom built to play against any team in the Frontier League, regardless of what their strength might be. Fastball is going to miss a hair off that outside edge. Veteran take for Taylor Bryant that evens the count at 1-1. Schaumburg wants to go pitchers duels. The Freedom more than willing to go that route. Hard ground ball up the middle. This is through, skipping its way into center field after a big hop off the mound. Taylor Bryant's got his first hit tonight. He's continuing to piece the baseball up. Good start for the Freedom, who have their leader aboard to bring up Caleb Lopez, who's 1 for 1 with a double today.
Now batting for the Freedom, the second baseman, number 5, Caleb Lopez.
Last night's victory for the Freedom pushed them to 11-4 in series openers in 2019. They're also 8-4 in series finales. Line drive off the bat of Lopez, sent out of play, sizzling off to the right. Will fall behind 0-1. But those are good statistics there. If you win the opener and the finale in every series, well, you win every series of the season. So the Freedom put their recipe on full display, and it's worked wonders. 16 games above 500 at 29-13 here tonight. Breaking ball is rolled over, and it's going to get through into left field. Struggling with it at third was Matt Rose, who couldn't come up with the big hop. That very well could be a Caleb Lopez base hit, as it would have been a tough play. It took a tricky hop off the lip. We saw Luis Pintor get a similar play in the last inning. He was able to make it. Matt Rose wasn't. That will go down as a 5th Freedom hit tonight. And Caleb Lopez is 2 for 2. Runners now at first and second. Nobody out. Back-to-back singles. Second time through the order is always a lot different for the Freedom, who might need one time through just to kind of figure out what the pitcher's doing. Then they strike. Mercurio lays down a bunt. It's a beauty on the third base line. The only pitcher, or the only player that has a play was the pitcher, and his throw is going to be just in the nick of time. Mercurio retired but did his job. Lays down the sacrifice bunt. Now Florence has 2 men in scoring position with less than 2 outs in the inning, and a good run producer coming up, and Ricky Ramirez Jr. Ricky doubled his first time up off Reed. Came around to score the game's first run on the Jackson Pritchard double. 2 batters later. Reed working on the third base side of the rubber, lowers the hands to the ready, right at the belt. The first pitch on the way is the bender at 69, but it's down and away for ball one to Ramirez. The double from Ricky just missed, being his 4th home run. Slamming off the base of the wall in the power alley in left center field. 1-0 pitch, down and away again. Back-to-back deuces from Connor Reed. Golden opportunity for the Freedom with 2 ducks on the pond, both of which stand in scoring position. With 1 out. Breaking ball's fouled off out of play. Gonna find its way towards that grassy berm. The foul side of left. Counts 2-1 with the Freedom 5-hole hitter. Lefty sets, hikes the leg and fires the 2-1. It's a rocket to right field, down a base hit. 1 run's going to score in Taylor Bryant. And Dennis Pelfrey's going to wave another runner to the plate, and sliding in safely is Lopez. Throw gets to the backstop, so Ricky's going to trot his way into third. Coming through again was the man who rounds out the Freedom heart of the order, Ricky Ramirez Jr., who's continuing to sizzle over his last couple of weeks. Nothing but bullets. And the Freedom are now in front again, 3-1. It'll go down as a 2-run single as Ricky took second on the throw to the plate and third as it went to the backstop. Makes it a Boomers error, their first tonight and 4th of the series. That allowed Ricky to be now 90 feet away, still with just 1 out. As Luis Pintor digs in the box with the infield drawn in across the diamond for the Boomers. First pitch to Luis, he hacks at, fouls it back into the mid of Nick Odo. 0-1. Reed sets at the belt and fires the 0-1. Good breaking ball. Luis started to go, but did not. And it's 1-1. 3 hits in the inning for the Freedom, who suddenly have 6 tonight. Off Connor Reed and 3 runs. Patience is a virtue. Sometimes it takes an inning or two to get your bearings. 1-1. Popped up. Shallow in right field. Clint Hardy's got to battle the sun, but he's got a beat on this one. Ricky's going to try to tag from third base, and he'll stop halfway as it's a good throw. Now he's in a rundown. Cut off. Nee Porty gets it to the third baseman, Matt Rose, who's going to run and tag Ricky from behind to end the inning. The Freedom do score 2 more, but run into an out for the final out in the top of the 4th. They'll lead 3-1 when the Boomers come to the plate. Bottom 4 next on the Freedom Broadcasting Network.
Substation 2 has been bringing Florence the freshest food at the lowest prices since 1981. You've tried the rest, now come taste the best fresh sliced sub sandwiches anywhere. Substation 2 was voted the best sub sandwich in Northern Kentucky by Northern Kentucky Magazine in 2016. Let Substation cater your next event. Give us a call at 859-371-9490 or come visit us at 7905 Dream Street in Florence. Substation 2, quality at a price you can afford.
Can't carry a bowling ball in a plastic bag. Can't rub plastic bags together to make fire. Can't turn them into swim trunks. And you can't put plastic bags in your Rumpke recycling container. Visit Rumpke.com for recycling do's and don'ts. Learn more at Rumpke.com.
Make your recycling count. Rumpke.
This is Ryan Quarles, your Kentucky Commissioner of Agriculture, here to remind you to buy Kentucky Proud at your local grocery, restaurant, and farmers market. When you buy Kentucky Proud, you're buying fresh, delicious foods for your family. And you're helping Kentucky farm families make a living. Ask for Kentucky Proud by name and look for Kentucky Proud products at kyproud.com. Buy Kentucky Proud.
Run support for Mike Castellani, who paces the Freedom 5-man rotation in that category. Averages almost 6 runs behind him per start at 5.71. Toeing the slab for the 8th time this season, and now leading the Schaumburg Boomers 3-1. Has 3 more base knocks for the Freedom in the top of the 4th plate, 2 more runs. Singles from Bryant and Lopez both scored as Ricky Ramirez Jr. came through. The 1-out single to right. That would see him find his way to third base, taking second on the throw to the plate, third on an error. As the throw from right and Clint Hardy sailed and went to the backstop. Ricky would be tagged out and a run down to end the inning on a fly ball to right field from Luis Pintor right after his 2-run single. Jack Printy in the box to face Castellani. And we're underway in the bottom of the 4th with a fastball that finds the outside edge for a called first strike. Printy had the 2nd best batting average for the Schaumburg Boomers last year, 4th best in all of the Frontier League at .324. Only Nick Odo had a better average. Swings and hits a chopper to second here. Lopez has to body it up. Now recovery, an underhand flip to first, and just in time. Nice work, Caleb Lopez, to make the quick recovery to get out of speedy and hustling Jack Parenti for out number 1. Those slow choppers can be tough on a natural grass surface. They always seem to find a pebble right as they arrive at your mitt. Lopez got in front, wore the bounce off the chest, and was able to get that underhand flip in the nick of time. Quincy Niporti steps in with nobody on and 1 out. Freedom in front, 3-1 over Schaumburg. First pitch, misses upstairs. Breaking ball was a little flat. Castellani didn't find the release point on that one, and it's 1-0. Lefty comes set, and the 1-0 pitch popped up. Trouble, it's a flare in shallow right. Nobody's going to get there. It falls right in between Lopez and Connor Crane. Goes down as a line drive in the box score. Niporti is aboard for Matt Rose, who once upon a time tied this game up at 1 with his 5th round tripper of the season to lead off the bottom of the 2nd. Castellani gets the quick sign from Pritchard. He's got a tremendous pickoff move to first base. We won't see it here. First pitch, breaking ball, stays outside for ball 1. Lonnie used the curveball well, finding 3 quick strikeouts in his first 3 innings. Hoping to find that release point. Help his cause here in the 4th. Here's that good pickoff to first base, but only a step or so off the bag was Niporti, who's back on safely and just lunged to the base. Didn't dive, didn't scurry back, just took 1 giant step. Put his foot on the corner of the bag. Now the 1-0 is hit on a line to third. Pintor squeezes. Now his hose to first is misplayed by Bryant. Took a short hop, he couldn't squeeze it. So scurrying now to second is Niporti. There are 2 outs. He definitely thought that ball was going to be down. He took off running, essentially on contact there. Pintor makes a strong throw. They have the inning-ending double play, but it was low and Bryant couldn't pick it. First error of the game for the Freedom. Now each team's made 1 miscue defensively. Freedom have 3 runs on 6 hits. Schaumburg with 1 run on 2 hits. To complete the line score look on both sides. First pitch on the way to Nick Odo. He shows bunt, but he can't get it down, and he may have actually bunted that more so off his finger than the bat. He's in a crouch in obvious pain about halfway up the first base line. There's that movement on the 2-seam fastball we talked about. Training staff for Schaumburg out to take a look at him. Miley Leatherman, who's in her 3rd season as the Boomers trainer, taking a look at that left hand of Odo. Not a guy they want to see suffer an injury, especially with the All-Star game just a week and a half away. He'll be there. He's the starting catcher for the Frontier League All-Stars. A .303 hitter as we entered play tonight. And he'll be okay ultimately. We'll eventually get back in the box in an 0-1 count with 2 outs. And Quincy Niporti standing at second. Castellani sets above the belt, and the 0-1 pitch to Odo's tapped towards first, but foul. 0-2, Castellani way in front. Long looking for the sign from the lefty who gets the one he wants ahead of this 0-2 pitch to Odo. Here it is. Rolled to first. Bryant will make this play as it took a second little skip after that lip at first, but Bryant able to collect. He'll step on the bag himself, a 3 unassisted to retire Odo and the Boomer side in the 4th. Freedom in front by 2. Your score 3-1, and they'll try to add to it in inning number 5 when we come back to Boomer Stadium in the middle game of a weekend set between the Freedom and Schaumburg on the Freedom Broadcasting Network.
Points, cash, gear, sports. With a Dick's scorecard, you earn points on all your purchases and get 3% back in rewards and access to exclusive deals and events. It's simple. Points lead to cash to buy gear so you can play more sports. Get your Dick's scorecard and start earning reward certificates today. Every season starts at Dick's.
At Compass Self Storage, we make it easier. We understand that storing your belongings is not a luxury, but a necessity. We're a proven self-storage leader focused on providing you with a friendly, professional, and clean place to store your items. Whether your concern is price, size, availability, or security, there is no need to look anywhere else. We provide it all. Give us a call today at any of our locations in Greater Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky, or visit our webpage at compassselfstorage.com. Mention this ad and get your first month's rent for free.
Have you ever wondered what heaven tastes like? Today at the ballpark, we are giving you the opportunity to do just that. To delight your taste buds, we present Curd Town deep-fried cheese curds. These golden crispy morsels, with their gooey cheesy center, are the tasty treat that have all of the angels singing. After trying our delicious cheese curds, we can't promise you a halo, but we do guarantee a joyful stomach and a cheesy smile.
Jackson Pritchard's got an RBI double today. He'll be the first man to face Connor Reed in the top of the 5th inning. Freedom in front of the Schaumburg Boomers 3-1, scoring 1 in the 2nd, 2 more on their last at bat in the 4th. And if you're listening to this game, you've likely been listening all season. You are more than aware of the fact that when the Freedom offense starts to roll, they can be as streaky as any offense you've ever seen play the game of baseball. Scored in 5 straight innings in the finale with the Joliet Slammers. Scored in 2 straight innings to provide more than enough run support for Scott Sebald last night. And they've scored 3 runs in 2 out of 3 after that first frame tonight. Pritchard in the box. Lefty rocks into the windup. And a good breaking ball gets a swing and a miss to start Pritchard's second at bat. Now 3 RBIs for Jackson in the series. Had 2 last night. And that 2-run victory, he was the difference. Now the 0-1. Lifted to center. Going to twist towards right center. Looks like Connor Oliver, the captain of the outfield, will make the call and the catch for out number 1. F8 for those scoring it at home. Here's Austin Wobrock. Ooh, getting the Mulan music as he steps to the box. Austin's the kind of dude that probably is getting amped right now at the plate to hear this. I know I would be. First pitch, fastball on the outside, black, 0-1. I'll make a man out of you, I think. I have it in my iTunes. I often go to it when I'm bench pressing in the gym. Here's a tapper towards first, but foul. 0-2 with Wobrock. Aaron Brody with you from Boomer Stadium. Freedom trying to set up a chance at a series sweep in tomorrow's finale. They're already 4-0 against the Schaumburg Boomers this season. The 0-2 to Wobrock. Big breaking ball. It was close, but misses. Maybe a little bit above the belt. The count moves to 1-2. Immediate consensus reach from Reed, who's ready to fire. A little broken bat, flare towards center and past everybody, including a diving Jimmy Galuski as it slowly rolls to Oliver and center. Wobrock has himself a single. Comes with 1 out and brings up Connor Crane.
Now batting for the Freedom, the right fielder, number 16, Connor Crane.
Hit it in a perfect spot. Got just enough on it. Crane 0 for 1 at the strikeout today. He's trying to buck that trend. He had the hat trick last night. 0 for 5 so far in the series with 4 strikeouts, but he is the Freedom home run leader and RBI leader as Reed picks to first, but Wobrock back without a slide. Lefty sets at the belt. Long pause, now a slide step, and he offers home. Rifled to left center. Connor Crane has his first hit of the series. It's going to be fielded by Jack Perini in left. He'll host to third. Wobrock's thrown out by a mile. Now they'll go to second, where Crane's now standing. Now 3 outs on the base paths tonight for the Freedom, who are extremely aggressive. Lead the league in stolen bases. Like to create instant offense, the quick strike offense, what Dennis Pelfrey calls it. But a tough out here in inning number 5. Crane is standing at second, however, so there is still 1 man in scoring position, as he took second on the throw to third. New hitter Tyler Reichenborn, the leadoff man, rolls a ground ball to third. Misplayed on a backhand by Rose, rolling into the corner. Trying to score on the play is Connor Crane with great wheels, and he's safe underneath the throw. Helmet comes off as he tries to pop up after the slide. And the Freedom increased their lead by 1 more. Now a 4-1 game. Starting to get a little ugly defensively here in the last couple of frames. That'll probably be a second error on Matt Rose tonight. Was a backhand play down the line at third. Swinging on the first pitch was Reichenborn. They're going to score to hit. We'll take it. Helps the average. Makes it an earned run for Connor Reed. Fastball starts Taylor Bryant 0-1. Three more knocks for the Freedom in this inning. They're starting to solve Connor Reed. 6 hits in their last 2 frames, got 2 more in the second. They even had a hit in inning number 1. A double from Caleb Lopez. Diving back into first base is Reichenborn as Reed took a look, but to no avail. Two outs in the inning. Bouncer up the middle. Fielded by Polston as he reaches the bag, and he collides with Jimmy Galuski, but Galuski ended up with the baseball. He stepped on second and got the out. That was almost like a magic trick up the middle, but the Boomers able to find the third out. The force of Reichenborn at second does the trick. Scores 4-1 as the Freedom have now scored in 3 of their first 5 at-bats. Lead the Boomers by 3, 4-1 on the Freedom Broadcasting Network.
Today's game is sponsored in part by Clark Dietrich Building Systems, a military-friendly employer. Clark Dietrich offers a comprehensive lineup of steel construction products and services across the United States and abroad. Using cold-formed steel, we manufacture innovative products for interior framing and finishing, exterior framing, floor and roof framing, as well as clips, connectors, metal lath, barrier mesh, and accessories. For more information, visit our website at www.clarkdietrich.com.
Bill Cunningham, the Great American for the Roar Insurance Agencies. Over the last many years, Alvin Roar at Roar Insurance Agency has handled all my personal and business needs. They are a large and growing national insurance business located right here in Greater Cincinnati. Call the Roar Agency today at 513-985-4200 or go to roarins.com. Call Alvin Roar. Call the Roar Agency today.
Who did the Florence Freedom turn to when it was time to upgrade their scoreboard? Atlantic Sign Company. Through their branding expertise, innovation, and passion, Atlantic Sign Company will help you identify your business to your customers in a way that will exceed your expectations. From concept to the completion, their team will be with you every step of the way. Your sign represents you, your company, and your brand. So go where the Florence Freedom went for their scoreboard. Atlantic Sign Company. Call was changed in between innings. The Reichenborn ground ball to third will be a second Boomers error and an unearned run for Connor Reed, but the Freedom up 4-1 as Mike Castellani induces a first pitch ground ball to third off the bat of Jimmy Galuski. Pintor makes the play. 5-3 for out number 1 on 1 pitch. As the Freedom scored 1 in the second, 2 more in the fourth, and now 1 more in the fifth. You're picking up the trend. Offense likes to add in every inning. As long as they're able, that is going to be a very difficult formula to beat, as good as the Freedom starting pitching is and has been all season long. They get 5, 6, or more runs of support each night. You can almost guarantee victories with all the quality starts they get from their starters and that dynamic bullpen they have late in games. First pitch is going to miss off the outer edge to Brock Carpenter, who takes the 1-0 advantage on Castellani with 1 out, nobody on, and a 4-1 game, bottom of the 5th at Boomer Stadium. Castellani sets at the belt, lifts the leg in the 1-0. Down and away. We've seen 3 errors in the last 2 innings combined, each team with at least 1 mistake. Here's a line drive to center. Mercurio got a terrific jump and in the power alley in right center field. Mercurio squeezes it for out number 2. Connor Oliver to dig in next as Castellani takes his hat off, wipes the sweat off his brow. Takes a second, reascends the back of the bump. Southpaw's patiently waiting for Oliver to get in the box. As soon as he does, Lonnie had his pitch picked out. Here's the first offering to Oliver. Fastball at 85 on the outside corner. 0-1. Pritchard sets up in for the 0-1, and it's a check swing tapper towards the Freedom dugout. In fact, it'll skip right into the Freedom dugout. 0-2 now with Oliver. Schaumburg, a team that strengthens their pitching staff, but the one fly in the ointment in series against the Freedom is that strong pitching staff features a bunch of lefties, of which the Freedom own. 11-2 now against Southpaws this season. Beating Aaron Rozek yesterday, grounded to first. Takes a second hop. It's a candy hop for Taylor Bryant, who steps on the bag. A speedy 1-2-3 frame for Mike Castellani in the bottom of the fifth will bring the Freedom right back to the plate to add to a 3-run lead. 4-1. Freedom with 8 hits tonight. Connor Reed back to the bump for the Boomers next on the Freedom Broadcasting Network. Are you craving the crispiness of Donato's pizza and the creaminess of Witt's custard? Visit a one-stop shop for both cravings in Independence, Kentucky. Haven't had the chance to try Witt's yet? Well, you're in luck. Stop by the First Baseline concessions and get a scoop of made fresh daily Witt's custard today. Donato's Pizza and Witt's Custard of Independence are proud supporters of Tasty Za, delicious desserts, and Florence Freedom Baseball. Hey Freedom fans, let's play a game of Did You Know, courtesy of Life Center. Did you know organ and tissue donation is life-saving and life-changing for thousands of people? How about that more than 600 people in Greater Cincinnati are waiting for a life-saving organ transplant? You can change someone's life with a simple yes when you go to renew your driver's license or state ID. Say yes and register to be a donor. Visit lifepassidon.org for more information or to register online. Life. Pass it on.
Chris Collinsworth here. Western and Southern can help you translate your financial needs. Start with a free, no-obligation insurance checkup. It doesn't take long, and it's a great way to find out how to protect your family's future. Talk to a financial translator today.
Call our Northern Kentucky office at 859-426-3300. That's 859-426-3300 for your free, no-obligation review.
Compensated endorser, Western and Southern Financial Group, Cincinnati, Ohio, R5-1307.
Four to 1 ball game, your Freedom in front as we move to the top of the 6th. In the middle game between the Freedom and Schaumburg Boomers here at Boomer Stadium. Aaron Brody with you, as the Freedom hopes to continue a good start to this game and put the finishing touches on a second win in as many games to start this weekend set. Would allow them the privilege to break out the brooms in tomorrow's finale, which will be another 6 o'clock first pitch. But not a great track record of starting on time here in Schaumburg. So bear with us on that by 5 or 10 minutes. It's going to be the 3-4-5 hitters due up for the Freedom, the heart of Dennis Pelfrey's batting order. Use their at-bats early to study what Connor Reed does. And that second time through the order, as it likely always will with this bunch, proving to be a very different story. The Freedom with 5 hits that second time through. Leading it now 4-1 as Caleb Lopez makes his way to the plate. Lopez has not gotten out tonight. A double and a single with 1 run scored. The only time he's gotten out was when he was picked off second after the double in the first. Calls time. Right as Reed was starting his motion. I love it. Gonna go on his watch. A couple of lefties that like to quick pitch on both sides tonight. Fastball at 85 is going to find the inside corner. Reed will take the 0-1 edge on Lopez. Freedom have scored in back-to-back innings, hoping to make it 3 straight. Off to a good start. Line drive is going to fall in left field. Caleb Lopez has himself a 3-hit night. And the leader's aboard for Andre Mercurio. Caleb trying to get his batting average back to that 250 mark. From there, he'll look to springboard to 270. From there to 300. Slowly but surely, but on his way. 3 more knocks tonight. The 9th hit for the Freedom in this ball game. First pitch to Mercurio is a breaking ball that misses down and away. An easy take for ball 1. Reed sets at the belt. Slide step and throw a fastball that's called a strike on the outside corner. One ball and 1 strike to the Freedom cleanup hitter, who laid down a sacrifice bunt his last time up. He's 0 for 1 tonight. One pitch on the way. It's the bender again. It's across the inside corner. 3 takes for Andre and a 1-2 count. Reed with the baseball around his back as he looks in for the sign. It's the one he wants from Odo, who's going to set up in for the 1-2, and the breaking ball misses down and away. Nobody out and a runner at first base. 4-1 game. Top 6. Quick mover. We've been playing for an hour and 14 minutes. We're beyond the halfway point. 2-2 popped up, but out of play to my left. I don't think Carlos Flores played professional baseball. His return toss lit up the radar gun, 44 miles an hour. Probably what it would be if I threw it. Two to Mercurio. Good take. Bottom fell out of a bender, but it misses down. It's a full count to a disciplined hitter and the cleanup man, Mercurio. Reed pausing from the set position. Now a slide step and a fastball in on the hands that Mercurio is able to fight off, send it back to the netting. We'll see another payoff pitch. Caleb Lopez got the single to start the frame. His second 3-hit game of the season and his 10th multi-hit game here in 2019. Now to the double-digit mark. We close in on the end of the first half. Everybody's starting to get hot. Runner takes off in a line drive. Beebe to center. Connor Oliver in a dead sprint back. Going to make a running catch. Nice play. Lopez moving on the pitch will have to go trotting back into first after the line out to straightaway center for Mercurio. That's out number 1 in the Freedom side of the 6th. Now you can get pumped up to the Mulan soundtrack, but I don't know what this is. They're playing for Ricky Ramirez as he makes his way to the plate. Of course, in a visiting ballpark, you're probably never going to get anything that's uplifting on your way to the plate. First pitch to Ricky is a good breaking ball that finds the outside corner, though it looked to be an inch or two off the plate. Plenty of movement. And a pitcher's strike as it's 0-1. Odo's going to go right back to that spot. Why wouldn't he? Reed will hit that spot again and get a second strike as Ricky's now hopping and skipping in the batter's box. There's really nothing you can do with that pitch. It's going to be called a strike. Pitchers on both sides will have no hitters tonight. Too late now, obviously, but you get the point. The 0-2 from Reed. Misses upstairs. I don't know why he didn't go 3 straight. Gave him a fastball. It was elevated though. Trying to get that undisciplined swing. The high fastball, but Ricky knew better. Reed sets at the belt. And the 1-2 on the way. It's that breaking ball again. Back up the box. Snared by Reed. He'll go to second for 1. Polston on to first. In time. An ending. 1-6-3 double play. And the Boomers are back to the box in the bottom of the 6th, but trailing the Freedom by 3. 4-1 your score in the middle game from Schaumburg, Illinois.
You belong at City. We are now hiring customer service agents to join the team at our Florence, Kentucky Customer Contact Center. Working at City certainly has its perks: tuition reimbursement, great pay, business casual dress code, and benefits day one. To discover a career at City and join our remarkable team, visit jobs.city.com/Florence. That is jobs.citi.com/Florence. City is an equal opportunity employer.
Florence Freedom fans, Walt Kelsey here for Kelsey Chevrolet on Route 50 in Lawrenceburg, proud sponsor of your Florence Freedom. We're just 15 minutes from Florence. Take 275 west to the Lawrenceburg exit. We can handle all your automotive needs: sales, service, parts, and body shop. We are family owned and operated, and we offer a fresh approach. We'll treat you like family. Find new roads at kelseychev.com.
We are Kelsey Chevrolet, from our family to yours.
When your truck is broken down, where do you turn for extensive repairs at a reasonable cost? Look no further than Taylor Truck and Auto Repair. We pride ourselves on being the premier source for truck and auto servicing in the area. In addition to our quality work, we offer 24-hour road assistance and towing for large trucks and automobiles. We can also perform work on RVs. We're located 2 minutes off the Mount Zion Road or Richwood Road exits on Dixie Highway in Walton, Kentucky. Taylor Truck and Auto Repair. Call 859-918-6122.
Mike Castellani 3 outs away from his 6th quality start. It's not supposed to be this easy, but the Freedom has certainly made it look so of late. 26 quality starts on the season, on their way to quality start number 27. Lonnie's going to face the 9-1-2 hitters for the Boomers here in the bottom of the 6th. Off to a good start. Tailing two-seamer finds the outside edge, 0-1 the count. On the 9-hole man, Alex Polston. Freedom in front of Schaumburg 4-1 in the middle game. If they win tonight, they grab the series. Good breaking ball, swung on and missed. Polston wanted to step out to get Castellani out of his rhythm. See if it paid off. Here's the 0-2. Line towards right, but this is going to be foul. Schaumburg Boomers bullpen stoic, not a single soul moved as the line drive went right over the top of him and into the grassy berm and right. A well struck foul ball, but the count remains 0-2. Pritchard sets up out. Lonnie lowers the hands to the ready. The 0-2 pitch on the way. Breaking ball bounced towards short. Lobrock's going to come in, get a big hop. And 6-3 for out number 1.
Now batting for the Boomers, the right fielder, number
back to the top of the order, and Clint Hardy. Hardy 0 for 2, a strikeout victim his last time up. Castellani hasn't gotten a strikeout since getting 2 in the 3rd inning, has 3 tonight. Line drive up the middle. Wobrock a long run, but he won't get to this one. It's into center field where Mercurio will play it. Lob it into second on a one-hop. Perfect one-hop bounce to Lopez. Right at the belt. But Hardy's aboard. Just the third hit of the night for the Boomers. Comes with one out here in the 6th inning as Jack Parenti comes to the plate. Lonnie deals the first offering, and it's tapped foul for strike one. Parenti out of Wonton, New York. Plenty of New Yorkers around the Frontier League, the Freedom with a few of them. Really excited for Brian McKenna, who happens to be one of them, who will be returning to his native state on July 10th for that All-Star game. The breaking ball misses down and away. 1-1 now with Jack Parenti, the two-hole hitter for Schaumburg. He was 0 for 2 tonight with a line out and a ground out to second. Still 0 for in the series, now 0 for 6. Ground ball to first. Bryant squeezes a big hop, goes to shortstop. Wobrock at second for one. Back to Bryant at first. And that'll work, Mike Castellani. He's got himself another quality start. 6th of the season. And we move to the top of the 7th with the Freedom in front 4-1 on the Freedom Broadcasting Network.
The exciting new 2018 Toyota Camry is here. With more power, more innovation, and the most advanced safety features standard. Camry's jaw-dropping designs include the premium XLE with everything at your command, and the sporty, aggressive XSE. 19-inch wheels, dual exhaust with quad chrome tips. The car you've been waiting for is here. For all Toyota offers, see your Toyota dealer or go to buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Why should you choose City Barbecue Catering?
I did a wedding tasting for City Barbecue Catering. Going with them for my wedding was a no-brainer. Their full-service catering left us with nothing to worry about. They took care of everything.
I fed 20 people, and man, people went to town on that beef brisket.
Thanks to the service and great food, this night was great.
The food was unbelievable. My fiance and I were so proud to serve this meal to our friends.
Visit one of City Barbecue's 5 area locations or order from the catering menu at citybbq.com.
BJ's Restaurant and Brew House has been serving up a one-of-a-kind brew house experience for 40 years. With over 120 menu items to choose from, featuring their California spin on Chicago-style deep dish pizza, specialty entrees, salads, loaded burgers, enlightened entrees, as well as the world-famous Pizookie dessert, and award-winning handcrafted beers, they obsess over bringing you nothing but good times. Don't wait. Come into BJ's Restaurant and Brew House today. Connor Reed in the midst of a quality start himself with 3 earned runs tonight through his first 6 frames, 1 unearned as the Freedom lead the Schaumburg Boomers 4-1. Breaking ground in inning number 7 with Luis Pintor coming to the plate for the Fighting Freedom, who have scored in 3 more innings tonight in their first 6 at-bats to take that 3-run edge on Schaumburg in search of their 10th series victory with a win tonight. The Frozen classic, Let It Go for Pintor. Breaking ball on the outside edge. Connor Reed acknowledges. Into the windup in the 0-1. Hammered to left. This one's back. Parenti in a dead sprint. Going to make a nice running catch on the warning track. Pintor hit it hard, but not enough air underneath it. Parenti goes back and squeezes the liner. 1 away. Jackson Pritchard, the next man in line. Still looking for his first multi-hit game of the season. He's got one under his belt tonight. Fastball at 86 on the outside corner. Starts Pritchard behind 0-1. The 0-1 on the way from the lefty. Pritchard goes after it. Spoils it foul off to the right. Pritchard with 3 home runs, 13 RBIs on the season. Breaking ball is going to stay inside. First ball of the sequence, it's a 1-2 count with 1 out, nobody on. Top of the 7th of a quick mover here at Boomer Stadium. Odo sets up out for the 1-2, and it is out, called strike 3, and an emphatic punch out for Carlos Flores behind home plate. First time we've seen it. Nobody had struck out looking tonight until Jackson Pritchard right there. Got his money's worth. Let's see if Austin Wobrock can extend the inning. First pitch from Reed in a lefty-lefty battle. Crosses the outside edge. 0-1 to Wobrock. Austin singled his last time up. Looking for his multi-hit game. We're behind 0-2. So fastball paints the outside edge. He's able to find it. It would be his 11th of the season. Breaking ball dropped perfectly into left field. A bleeding single. That'll do the trick. 11 multi-hit games for Austin Wobrock this season. He's standing at first base as the Freedom continue to fight as they always do with 2 outs to bring up Connor Crane, who will try to keep handing the bat to the next guy the Freedom way. Odo out to calm his lefty down. That single from Wobrock, the 10th hit of the night for the Freedom. We're starting to get double-digit hits seemingly each night at the yard. They were unable to last night, but they finished with 8 in a pitcher's duel. That was a 3-1 win for Florence. Crane in the box, backed off on a first pitch fastball. 1-0. Crane singled his last time up. Came around to score on a second Boomers error. The unearned run. Grounded to short. Polston races to his right. Collects, throws across his body. Crane's fast and he beats it out. An infield hit for Connor, who's now got himself a multi-hit game. Starting to rack them up are the Freedom, up and down their batting order. And the inning will continue as they roll the lineup over. 2 men on for Tyler Reichenborn. Wobrock at second, Crane at first. And the Freedom in front 4-1, but trying to add to it. Never have enough run support. Breaking ball missed above the belt on the first pitch. Reichenborn looking for his first hit tonight. Thought he had it his last time up. It was originally scored that way before it was switched to an error for Matt Rose at third base in between innings. 86-mile-an-hour heat misses upstairs. 2-0 now. The Freedom leadoff hitter. 14th start for Reichenborn this season, 3rd game. And he starts the batting order, and here's a rocket up the middle. This is through into center field. Dennis is going to wave Wobrock. He's around third. Throw to the plate. One hop, perfect throw. Swipe tag, but no tag applied as Wobrock's able to get his hand on the corner of home plate and avoid the swipe tag from Nick Odo. Reichenborn comes through with an RBI single. It's a 5-1 game. And everybody just kept on running with that throw to the plate. Crane now standing at third, Reichenborn at second. All this with 2 outs in the 7th. Three straight singles down to their last out in the frame. This is the kind of stuff you can't coach. But somehow Dennis Pelfrey seems to, because all of his teams are able to do this. At a certain point, it's not just a fluke. It's the way this team is brilliantly managed by Dennis. Breaking ball misses up and out to Taylor Bryant, who's in a good spot after 1 pitch, ahead in the count, 1-0. The Freedom pacing the Frontier League with 6 All-Stars in the Midsummer Classic on July 10th, but they will also send 3 coaches. Dennis will coach the very best of the best in the Frontier League. Fly ball's popped up, shallow in right field. Clint Hardy on the in-trot makes the play. And the inning will mercifully come to a close for Connor Reed, who no longer has a quality start. The Freedom in front by 4, 5-1, and with 12 more hits tonight. Boomers to the plate after the 7th inning stretch at Boomer Stadium.
At Mount St. Joseph University, we inspire students to think beyond the classroom and redraw the bounds of what's possible for their future. Students are prepared for what it takes to succeed in their careers and in life. Nearly 99% of those who earn a degree from the Mount are employed, going to grad school, or volunteering within 6 months of graduating. This reflects the career certainty that comes from an education at the Mount. Connect with us today by visiting msj.edu.
Nothing like Chick-fil-A Chicken Minis to start my day off, right? The food is always hot and served with a smile.
I love Chick-fil-A breakfast, served daily until 10:30 a.m.
I spend my mornings at Chick-fil-A and my nights with the Florence Freedom for the perfect summer day. Let freedom ring.
Chick-fil-A Fort Wright, Houston Road, and Mall Road are proud to sponsor Florence Freedom Baseball this season. So come on in today. Quit stalling.
Looking for a career change? Opportunities knocking. Beckfield College can guide you into a career direction including healthcare, nursing. You can even get your business degree. Call Beckfield today and train to get the skills you need to be a medical assistant, LPN, RN, BSN, or get on the path to a business career. Opportunity is knocking. Classes start soon. Get to beckfield.edu or call 866-961-9393. That's 866-961-9393.
Mike Castellani has earned his 6th quality start, but he's back out there to risk it. In the bottom of the 7th, Freedom in front 5-1 over the Schaumburg Boomers, who will send their 3-4-5 hitters to the plate. Niporti, Rose, and Odo to face the tremendous left-hander Mike Castellani in his 7th inning of work. First pitch swinging, high fly ball deep into right field. Connor Crane back at the track, at the wall, and reaching up as he collides into it to make the catch. Tremendous play from Connor Crane, who's going to also get a lot of kudos for successfully deking Quincy Niporti, who I believe thought that ball went over the wall, because after Crane collided with the wall, he just kind of backpedaled, showing his number to the field. Didn't turn around, didn't hold the glove up, just kind of backpedaled off the wall, and then as Niporti was rounding second in his home run trot, Crane threw the ball in. Niporti got the memo. He's now back in the Boomers' first base dugout as Matt Rose comes to the plate. 1 out, nobody on. Breaking ball is going to miss. Down and in to Rose, 1-0. Ball had plenty of carry to it off the bat. Didn't think it was going to be that close, but a tremendous play in right field by Connor Crane as the breaking ball misses on the outer half this time from Castellani. And it's 2-0. Breaking ball finds the outside corner, staying with it as Matt Rose punished a fastball in the 2nd inning for his 5th round tripper of the season. Last bender, the first strike. It's 2-1, and here comes Castellani again. There's the fastball, and it's pounded into the turf. Third base side. It's actually grass here. Just so used to saying that. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lefty lowers the hands to the belt in the 2-2. Breaking ball at 79. Takes a bounce at home plate. Rose able to lay off and a full count. Freedom scratching one more run across for good measure in their last at bat in the top half of this 7th frame. Now a 5-1 game. Castellani fires, gets a swing and a miss, and he's jacked. Rose down on strikes. 4th whiff of the night for Mike Castellani, who fought back after falling behind. And is 1 pitch, 1 out away from a clean bottom of the 7th. Nick Odo's spot due up. But it's not going to be Odo at the plate. It's the other catcher, Zach Taylor, pinch hitting for Odo here. As a fastball at 86 is going to miss. Best heat we've seen from Castellani tonight. In the late stages here as he's getting better with each inning. 1-0 to pinch hitting Taylor. Swung on and fouled off. Remember, Odo did square around to lay down a sacrifice bunt a few innings back and wore the baseball off his finger. So this is likely, hopefully, a precautionary move, as Odo's a tremendous player and headed to his 2nd All-Star game. So they'll want to make sure he's okay. Breaking ball out in front, sent slowly rolling towards that Freedom third base dugout. Castellani has pushed Zach Taylor to the brink, 1-2 with 2 outs, nobody on in the bottom of the 7th. A 4-run game. Your Freedom in front. Pritchard sets up on the outside edge, and the 1-2 pitch from the lefty. He hits the mitt, but doesn't get the call. I thought Carlos Flores would want to show that punch out again. Two and 2 now, and Castellani deals. He gets the strikeout, but it's a swing and a miss. The breaking ball at 78. 2 more fans for Castellani in the 7th, has his total up to 5 on the night. And we move to the top of the 8th with the Freedom leading the Schaumburg Boomers 5-1. They can smell their 10th series victory of the season in the Schaumburg air.
Hi, I'm Lauren Hobart, president of Dick's Sporting Goods. I know personally how important sports are to our kids. That's why we've been working hard to make it easier for them to play. I invite you to come into our stores or shop us online. You won't believe all the changes that we've made at Dick's. We have more baseball and softball gear than ever before, an incredible selection of top running shoes, and we've got the hottest clubs in golf like the Callaway Epic Flash and TaylorMade M5 and M6. Stop into Dick's today to see all of the great changes we've made.
Let's see, banks that have come and gone since 1904. Well, I know one that's not. There are a number of reasons why Stockyards Bank continues doing business today. Some of it's about sticking to the things that got them here, like personal service, banking the way it used to be. And still, they fit quite nicely in today's world. They don't charge you to use any ATMs anywhere. And if your phone's on, they're open. Get to know more about them at syb.com. Stockyards Bank and Trust Company. Trusted relationships from a trusted partner. Member FDIC.
Taylor Truck and Auto Repair, servicing all your local automotive and towing needs. 24-hour roadside and towing assistance are available. AAA accredited, family owned and operated. We'll even throw in a 10% labor discount for active military and veterans. 151 Dozier Drive in Walton, Kentucky. Call 859-918-6122. That's 859-918-6122.
Back to the action at Boomers Stadium. We move to the top of the 8th. Freedom in front of Schaumburg 5-1. With 12 hits tonight, 1 error. Schaumburg with 1 run on just 3 hits, facing that nasty southpaw Mike Castellani. And the home team's made 2 mistakes defensively tonight. Freedom doing what they do of late, scoring in multiple frames. 2's their best inning tonight, but they've scored 1 in 3 separate. Connor Reed's day has come to a close. A different lefty on the bump for the Schaumburg Boomers, Christian Aragon. Caleb Lopez will lead things off. Three, 4, 5 due up for the Freedom. Aragon, 6'2", 185, out of Weston, Florida. The first pitch fastball misses upstairs. For ball 1 to Lopez, who is working on a 3-for-3 night. A double and 2 singles. Second pitch on the way. It's a fastball at 89 that's going to miss upstairs. Count now 2-0. Final line for Connor Reed tonight. 7 innings, 12 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned. No walks and 3 strikeouts. On the hook for the loss. Here in the middle game with the Freedom. Fastball is going to miss below the knees to Lopez. Seemed to have the heart of the plate, but low in the zone. And it's 3-0. Aragon with good numbers in relief, a 1.35 ERA in 10 appearances. This is number 11. 212 opponent batting average. He has spanned 13 1/3 innings, but he's just walked Caleb on 4 straight, nearly hitting him with an inside fastball. So Lopez aboard at first. He's now been on base 4 times tonight with 3 hits and his first base on balls. Andre Mercurio knows a thing or two about multi-hit games. Has 7 hits in his last 2 affairs, but looking for his first tonight. 0 for 2 with the sacrifice bunt. Did line out to center deep his last time up in the 6th. Aragon sets above the belt, and the first pitch on the way to Andre on the outside corner for a called strike. Just 2 earned runs allowed for Aragon in relief over his 13 1/3 frames. Strikeout to walk ratio is not where you want to see it in relief, though. 9 strikeouts, 6 walks. 0-1. Bender, and on the outside corner, that large outside corner's back. Holy Moses. If you're watching on the live stream, you just saw it for yourself. It's an impossible pitch to hit. 0-2 now to the cleanup man. Aragon deals. Line smashed to center. No worries. Andre Mercurio back on the board. First hit of the night, and sharply into center field to put runners at first and second. Still nobody out. An 0-2 mistake from Aragon as the Boomers in harm's way in inning number 8, already trailing 5-1. Ricky Ramirez Jr. to dig in the box next. Aragon leans in for the sign with the baseball floating in that throwing hand out in front. Closed off as he lowers the hands to the ready, and the pitch on the way is the breaking ball. Radar gun malfunctioned, unless that really was 38 miles an hour. I don't believe that was the case, but it did miss inside for ball 1. A walk and a single to start the frame has the Freedom with runners at first and second. And the 1-0 pitch. Called a strike. Outside edge, 1-1. Long looking for the sign, but Aragon gets the one he wants. Sees Zach Taylor set up out, and the 1-1 pitch was in. It's popped up shallow in left field. Jack Prinny got a late break on this one. He's on his horse, and he's going to make the running catch. One away now. Luis Pintor back to the box. Pintor put a charge into a baseball his last time up. Ended up a line out to left field, and he goes after a first pitch bender and sends it back to the backstop, falling behind 0-1. Aragon, a former affiliated guy in his first season with Schaumburg, last in the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim organization. Fastball in on the hands, fouled back to the backstop again. 0-2 as Aragon snaps the return toss from Taylor. Stomps back up the front of the mound and will pick up the rosin bag for reascending. Lefty's way ahead of Pintor, 0-2 with one out, runners at first and second. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball raked, but foul to left, taking one hop and bouncing all the way up to the top of the grassy berm where a fan lays out to his left to swallow it up. Pretty good play out there. Leaving his blanket to collect the souvenir. Oh-2 pitch to Pintor is again fouled off on the third base side. Still 0-2, but battling, fighting and protecting. Lefty lowers the hands to the ready in the 0-2 pitch. Runners take off, maybe a hit and run, maybe just protecting again, but Pintor sends a high fly ball out of play directly behind home plate. Aragon gets the one he wants, and he'll step off. Time called in the box by Pintor. Aragon lowers the hands to the ready, and another 0-2 pitch on the way to Pintor. Swung on and missed. Breaking ball at 80. Out number 2. To bring up Jackson Pritchard.
Now batting for the Freedom, the catcher, number 9, Jackson Pritchard.
Almost the exact inverse of the last Freedom plate appearance in the 7th. 2 quick outs that suddenly paved the way to 3 straight hits and another run scored. In this frame, it was 2 men reaching in succession, but now 2 quick outs. First pitch on the way to Pritchard, a good breaking ball that swung on and missed by the Freedom catcher. Falls behind 0-1 on Aragon, who picks up some sand on the bump. Wipes it on his pant leg, trying to enhance the grip on the baseball. Maximus Decimus Meridius style. Good breaking ball again. 2 swings and misses for Pritchard, who falls behind 0-2. All in on seeing Pritchard find that first multi-hit game of the season. He's got an RBI double tonight. Base hit here would likely add to the Freedom lead that now stands at 5-1. Aragon steps off, will clear some dirt off the rubber. Back on the third base side of the rubber as he looks in for the sign. Lefties sit. And the 0-2. Hammered towards right center field. Did he get enough of it? Connor Oliver lays out and will make the catch. What a play to rob Jackson Pritchard of his first multi-hit game. Sailing out full extension in the power alley in right center. A whale of a play for Connor Oliver, and that'll do it for the Freedom in a scoreless top of the 8th. But they do lead by 4, 5-1. Boomers back to the plate, bottom 8 at Boomer Stadium on the Freedom Broadcasting Network.
Toyota is making a difference right here in America, investing $23 billion, helping create over 470,000 jobs, building over 25 million vehicles here, including Toyota Camry, America's best-selling car, one of 11 different Toyotas built in the USA, with Toyota Care 2-year no-cost maintenance included. For all Toyota offers, go to buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
This is Ryan Quarles, your Kentucky Commissioner of Agriculture, here to remind you to buy Kentucky Proud at your local grocery, restaurant, and farmers market. When you buy Kentucky Proud, you're buying fresh, delicious foods for your family. And you're helping Kentucky farm families make a living. Ask for Kentucky Proud by name and look for Kentucky Proud products at kyproud.com. Buy Kentucky Proud.
White Castle asks, do you like deals? Do you like cheesy sliders? Well, how about deals and cheesy sliders? Because for your limited time delight, the Castle's got 2 cheese slider deals. The $4.99 combo meal for you and the shareable $7.99 sack of 10 for your crew. Try them with any cheese you please, like fiery ghost pepper. Yep, it's back. White Castle. Now that's a bold move. While supplies last, tax extra.
Southpaw, Mike Castellani back on the bump for his 8th inning of work. He's been marvelous again tonight. He's allowed just 1 run on 3 hits. And he faces off with Jimmy Galuski, the Boomer second baseman, to start the 8th, and he'll miss down and in. The first pitch, Bender. Vast majority of Mike Castellani's innings tonight have been 1-2-3 innings. The all-star lefty's been exceptional again. Tailing fastball, that splits the plate. A ball and a strike to Galuski. Starting to wonder if the Freedom are going to have to rebuild their pitching rotation for the second half of the season. The 1-1 on the way. Good disappearing breaking ball swung on and missed. Pushing the count to 1-2, and not at all because their guys aren't getting results. Quite the opposite. Is there any way all these pitchers remain in Florence for the full season? They've already said goodbye to their first in 2019, and Frank Valentino, who signed with the Mets last Thursday. Fastball misses down and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Galuski. All the quality starts. It's just become embedded in the Freedom formula. Quality start from the pitchers. Offense find a way to score 4 runs. And nobody's going to be able to beat us. That's the way it's been right now. Here's a line smash. It's going to get past the outstretched diving glove of Pintor and roll into the corner and left. It's going to carry him off the wall, and it's misplayed and left by Reichenborn. Trying to get on his horse to third is Galuski, and he dives in safe to get it done. Ball ended up out of my field of view from where I'm positioned here in the press box, but it does seem apparent that Reichenborn had a difficult time playing it on that original bounce off the wall. And had to track it down after the first bounce in the corner, helping Galuski find his way to third base to start the frame. It's gonna go down as a triple for Jimmy Galuski. Now Brock Carpenter steps up, the DH tonight. Lonnie starts in with a fastball that's popped up high to right field. Connor Crane underneath it. He'll squeeze and show his hose towards the plate, but Galuski just deking the tag. Fly ball not deep enough to get the job done.
Now heading for the Boomers, the center fielder, number 9, Connor Oliver.
The man who laid out to make a remarkable play in center to end the Freedom side of the eighth, now back in the box. Connor Oliver. Swing the stick for the third time tonight. 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a 3 unassisted, a ground out to Taylor Bryan at first. First pitch on the way. Breaking ball is going to be a 2-hopper to second. Lopez charges in. He'll get the out at first. Not worry about the run that just crossed the plate for Schaumburg. The wise move. Now a 3-run game at 5-2, but 2 outs. And outs are the most important thing right now as we're in the bottom of the 8th. And a 5-2 game.
Number 23, Alex Holston.
Oliver will get the RBI. Bring up Alex Polston. First pitch to him is a fastball. That's in the dirt for ball 1. Aaron Brody with you from Boomer Stadium. Late stages and still plenty of sun in the sky as we're just now about to the 2-hour point of this game. Batted ball fouled off to the right side. You'll play 7-inning games in 2 hours sometimes, but never a 9-inning affair. And we do have the 9th inning still ahead, but now officially at the 2-hour mark. Started at 6:06. My laptop just went to 8:06 here in Schaumburg. Pritchard sets up on the outside edge for the 1-1, and it's lined to right field. This is going to be trouble. It's fair. Crane gets to it. And Alex Polston is going to be satisfied with the single. Running like a deer in right field is Connor Crane, who might have the best 60 time on the team. Brandon Pugh might offer him a challenge. A remarkable job in right to close in on that line shot as quickly as Crane did and hold Polston to just the single. Back to the top of the order for the Boomers and Clint Hardy. Hardy now in the stretch with a runner at first. He's always from the stretch, but fastball is going to cross on the outside edge. Check that. No, it was outside. 1-0 the count to Clint Hardy. Grounded towards third, but foul. A nice play. Freedom pitch coach Mike Morris leaning over the rail to squeeze it. Already been the best inning of the night for Schaumburg. Not just because they scored a run. They have not had a 2-hit inning yet tonight. Until now. Sinking liner into right center field. Andre Mercurio is going to close on it. Make the catch. And the Schaumburg Boomers are retired in the bottom of the 8th. But they do scratch one across on a Connor Oliver 4-3 putout that scored Jimmy Galuski, who led off with a triple. A 3-run game as we move to the top of the 9th at Boomer Stadium. You're listening to Florence Freedom Baseball on the Freedom Broadcasting Network.
To run the bases, thanks to Rocky Top.
Bored? Looking for something different and exciting to do? Come to Full Throttle Indoor Karting and experience pure racing exhilaration. 40 miles per hour on huge indoor tracks. That'll do it. Full Throttle Indoor Karting has something for almost everyone. Check it out at GoFullThrottle.com. Come alone or bring your friends. With 2 locations, Springdale near Dave & Buster's and Florence just off the Turfway exit. We're close by. Full Throttle Indoor Karting. GoFullThrottle.com.
Substation 2 has been bringing Florence the freshest food at the lowest prices since 1981. You've tried the rest, now come taste the best fresh sliced sub sandwiches anywhere. Substation 2 was voted the best sub sandwich in Northern Kentucky by Northern Kentucky Magazine in 2016. Let Substation cater your next event. Give us a call at 859-371-9490 or come visit us at 7905 Dream Street in Florence. Substation 2. Quality at a price you can afford.
Can't carry a bowling ball in a plastic bag. Can't rub plastic bags together to make fire. Can't turn them into swim trunks. And you can't put plastic bags in your Rumpke recycling container. Visit Rumpke.com for recycling do's and don'ts. Learn more at Rumpke.com.
Make your recycling count. Rumpke.
Lefty Christian Aragon back out for his second inning of relief behind Connor Reed tonight. He'll square off with Wobrock, Crane, and Reichenborn, the 8-9 one-hitters. Due up for the Freedom in front of the Boomers 5-2. Aaron Brody with you from Boomer Stadium, where the Freedom tonight look for their 10th series victory in the middle game of this weekend 3-game set. First pitch swinging and a foul ball off the left side. Wobrock. Austin notching his 11th multi-hit game of the season with a single in his last at bat. He's now singled in back-to-back ABs in this one. Zach Taylor sets up outside for the 0-1. Here's Aragon, and it's a fastball that hits the mitt for a called strike 2. Wobrock will be making his second appearance in the All-Star game on July 10th. What a year he's having. Breaking ball misses down and away. A good 2-strike pitch, but Wobrock able to lay off to move the count to 1-2. Top of the 9th inning. Schaumburg, Illinois. Austin calling time, and he'll step out. Absolutely beautiful evening for baseball. Game time temperatures were 86 degrees and sunny. It's cooled off a little, but still more than comfortable, as Austin will spoil an outside fastball at 90 to stay alive. Aragon rocks into the windup, and the 1-2 to the Freedom shortstops way outside to even the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lefty deals again and gets him. Breaking ball, outer half, and Wobrock couldn't touch it. Swung on and missed for strike 3. First out of the 9th. To bring up Connor Crane. First pitch to Crane, he wants. It's a ground ball to short. Polston fields it fundamentally sound and will get him at first by a half a step. 2 back outs on the Freedom side of the 9th. 5-2 your score. Florence in front and looking for their 30th win of the season. Here in the middle game with Schaumburg. Back to the top, and Tyler Reichenborn, who got his first hit of the night in the 7th. Played it a run in the process. Now has 7 RBIs in his first pro season. First pitch to him is on the outside black. Aragon rocks into the windup for the 0-1. Hammered towards left center field. Jack Parenti closing on it quickly, but he won't get there. He'll play it on a hop, spin, and fire towards second. A big round at first for Reichenborn, but a tremendous play in left field will hold Tyler to a single of the 2-out variety. No surprise, right? Reichenborn will hand the stick to Taylor Bryant. He's got a single and a run scored tonight. 1 for 4. Aragon working from the stretch now, closed off, and the first pitch on the way to Bryant. Breaking balls across the inside corner. 0-1. Five Freedom hitters with a multi-hit game tonight. 14 hits in total, leading to 5 runs. Pick off to first, and a good move. Reichenborn late to get to the bag, but somehow able to get in there before the tag was applied by Niporti. Good recovery and a better move. Christian Aragon. He's been doing some film study of Mike Castellani in that pickoff to first. 0-1, pretty good pitch, but it's outside. A ball and a strike to number 1, Taylor Bryant. Aragon lowers the hands to the ready and will miss with a back foot breaking ball. Reichenborn, a great dirt ball read, takes off, and he's now standing at second. Zach Taylor won't even attempt to throw. You've heard this story before. 2 outs and now a Freedom man standing in scoring position. Aragon gets the sign, lowers the hands to the belt. And the 2-1 inside out swing and a pop-up out of play off the right side to even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Earlier this afternoon, while the Freedom were taking batting practice here at Boomer Stadium, I got a tremendous and lengthy interview with Freedom closer Jonathan Tripp. Intended to play it pregame. Didn't realize at the time we were going to start 6 minutes late, or I would have. But look forward to that tomorrow at the top of the broadcast. If we have to start a little bit early, we'll do it. But Jonathan Tripp, generous with his time, the latest to step inside the Freedom focus. As a ground ball is sent foul to third base side from Bryant to keep the count where it is at 2 balls and 2 strikes. A couple of classic moments in what ended up being a 10-minute Freedom Focus interview with Jonathan. One of which was a close call with a screaming line drive that nearly smoked both of us as we sat there visiting. I probably would have lost my job if Tripp got hurt doing that interview. So glad it landed right between the both of us. Breaking ball hit high in the air to right field, shallow. Clint Hardy underneath, camped. And he'll make the play on the can of corn to retire the Freedom side in the 9th. This is usually when Jonathan Tripp takes over. But he's likely down tonight, having appeared in back-to-back games. So who else but Mike Castellani, the lefty, in search of a complete game victory. 5-2 your score on the Freedom Broadcasting Network. BRG is locally owned and operated, so we take pride in our community you choose to call home. With spacious floor plans, neighborhoods that complement your lifestyle, pet-friendly communities, 24-hour emergency maintenance, the amenities are endless. Come home to BRG Apartments. With communities located in Cincinnati and Dayton, Ohio, as well as in northern Kentucky, we have something for everyone. Finding your new home is as easy as BRG.
Chris Collinsworth here. Western and Southern can help you translate your financial needs. Start with a free, no-obligation insurance checkup. It doesn't take long, and it's a great way to find out how to protect your family's future. Talk to a financial translator today.
Call our Northern Kentucky office at 859-426-3300. That's 859-426-3300 for your free, no-obligation review.
Compensated endorser, Western and Southern Financial Group, Cincinnati, Ohio, R5-1307.
Who did the Florence Freedom turn to when it was time to upgrade their scoreboard? Atlantic Sign Company. Through their branding expertise, innovation, and passion, Atlantic Sign Company will help you identify your business to your customers in a way that will exceed your expectations. From concept to the completion, their team will be with you every step of the way. Your sign represents you, your company, and your brand. So go where the Florence Freedom went for their scoreboard. Atlantic Sign Company. On back-to-back nights, the Florence Freedom will see their starting pitcher come out to start the 9th inning. Mike Castellani to face the 2-3-4 hitters for the Schaumburg Boomers and misses down and away on his first pitch to Jack Parenti for an early ball. Aaron Brody with you from Boomer Stadium. The Freedom 3 outs away from their 10th series victory and a chance to sweep the series in tomorrow's finale. 1-0 to Parenti. Buzzes his tower. 2-0 now the count. Scott Sebald would get one out in the 9th last night in his 8 1/3 inning gym. Mike Castellani trying to finish the job. Get a complete game, would be the first this season in a 9-inning game, as a breaking ball is called a strike on the outside corner. 2-1 now to Parenti, who is 0 for 3 tonight after an 0 for 4 in the opener. Still looking for his first hit of the series. Normally very reliable offensive player for Jamie Bennett. Having a tough go of it against the Freedom here in 2019. Then again, who hasn't? 2-1. Grounded towards first again. Taylor Bryant will squeeze on a backhand and just take it to the bag himself. 3 unassisted. 1 out in the 9th.
Now batting for the Boomers, the first baseman, number 19, Quincy Porti.
Just for good measure, the Freedom do have Carl Craigie, another southpaw, starting to loosen in the bullpen. But he's slowing down a bit as Mike got the early out. Now everybody just spectators in that Freedom bullpen. Craigie, though, on the rubber as he watches Castellani, who now squares off with Quincy Porti. With 1 out, nobody on. Pritchard sets up in, and the first pitch on the way. Grounded towards third, but foul. Tyler Gibson does have a complete game for the Freedom this year. It was a 7-inning game, and it was that night that he weathered the long rain delay with the Windy City Thunderbolts. Didn't phase him. He was able to go a complete game that night. Pretty remarkable. Breaking ball misses down and away. Skipping to the backstop for ball 1 to Porti, who's got a single tonight, is 1 for 3. Boomers needing 3 runs to tie, 4 to take a lead, 4 to win in walk-off fashion. Swinging and hitting a line drive down the line in left field. This is a fair baseball that Reichenborn will play off the wall. Porti coasts into second, a stand-up double. And almost an identical start to the 9th inning last night. An early out, then a double. Last night it would be back-to-back doubles for Schaumburg with one out in the ninth to scratch across a run, make it a 2-run game. That's when Jonathan Tripp took over and quickly slammed the door, fanning Nick Odo and Matt Rose in quick succession to preserve the 3-1 series opening victory that moved the Freedom to 11-4 in series openers this season. Matt Rose in the box now to face Castellani here in the middle game as a fastball misses outside for ball 1. Rose circled the bases in the second, but it's 0 for 2 since. Big swing and a miss. Off speed from Castellani. That was well spotted. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch from the lefty on the outside Black. Rose didn't like the call. That outside corner has been very generous tonight. Home plate umpire Carlos Flores. Now a 1-2 count as Lonnie deals. Looking for that same spot. Wise idea, but not getting the call this time, and it was a little farther out for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the cleanup man, Matt Rose. Lonnie gets the quick sign, lowers the hands to the ready. 2-2 pitch. Just misses that outside edge. The breaking ball at 78 didn't get the call. Now it's a full count. Castellani will take a little lap around the mound. A deep breath and then reascend on the first base side of the rubber. Niporti off to a walking lead at second after his 1-out double. Couple of shakes from Castellani, who's got a certain pitch in mind, and he nods now. Lefty sets, and the payoff pitch. Tapped weakly off the third base side. Rose earns himself another payoff. Payoff, swung on, foul tipped, and in and out of the mid of Pritchard. No, it's going to be called a strikeout, but now it looks like the umpires are going to converge. Rose said he foul tipped it, which I do believe he did. The question is whether or not Pritchard was able to squeeze. Home plate umpire Carlos Flores said yes initially, but he's now talking with Joe Harris to see if that ball touched the dirt. Boy, this really is a very similar ninth inning to last night. But this time the Boomers will get the call they want. A foul ball, and Matt Rose still alive in a 3-2 count. Last night the conference centered around Jack Parenti, who tried to lay down a bunt. Close bang-bang play at first base that saw Connor Crane have to leap to catch the toss from Jackson Pritchard behind the plate. He came down on the base. That ended up being the verdict. Originally, Joe Harris said he was off the bag. Payoff on the way to Rose. Got him. Ball doesn't lie. Swung on and missed at a breaking ball. 6 strikeouts now for Castellani, who's 1 pitch away from a 9-inning complete game performance, and a masterful performance at that, as the Freedom lead the Boomers 5-2 with 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth. It's Nick Odo's spot due up, but Zach Taylor came in the game in the 5th after Odo squared to sacrifice in the bottom of the 4th and wore the pitch off his finger. First pitch, swung on and missed. 0-1, Lonnie quickly ahead. Taylor will step all the way out of the batter's box to readjust his batting gloves and dig back in. Again, trying to disturb the mojo. Mike Castellani, who sets at the belt now ahead of the 0-1, and the pitch below the knees for ball 1. Boomers have a runner at second base, Quincy Niporti, who came up with a 1-out double. The big strikeout of Matt Rose has pushed the Boomers to the brink of another series loss and their 5th straight loss this week. 1-1 pitch from the southpaw. It's down and in. Ball 2. Castellani was able to fan Zach Taylor in his first at bat after checking in the game for Odo. But he's behind in the count, 2-1 here. Time called in the box. As the catcher steps out, shakes some dirt out of his helmet. Now getting back in the right-handed batter's box is Zach Taylor, who's ahead in a 2-1 count. Catcher setting up in, and the pitch on the way outside. It was the breaking ball, but it missed, and it's 3-1. Castellani comes to a consensus with Pritchard. And the 3-1 pitch, swung on and missed, pulled the string on him. Got the whiff, and the count runs full. It all comes down to this. Lefty sets, and the payoff pitch. No, we'll move to second. No throw. Still holding his runners out there with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. Mike Castellani now sets again, and the payoff is tapped foul to stay alive. Zach Taylor earns another 3-2 pitch from Mike Castellani. 5-2 game, the Freedom in front. Looking for just one more out. He'll have a chance to break out the brooms for the 2nd time in his mini series with Schaumburg in tomorrow's finale. Castellani deals the payoff, and he'll miss outside. Zach Taylor works a walk. The tying run will come to the plate. And the former Jimmy Galuski, who tripled his last time up.
Now batting for the Boomers, second baseman number 22, Jimmy Galuski.
That is the first walk tonight for Mike Castellani. Dennis Pelfrey out of the Freedom third base dugout. And he's going to call on Carl Craigie. So Lonnie able to get one more out than Sebald the night before. But either way you slice it, these starting pitchers have been incredible for the Freedom all season, and certainly in this series. Castellani will exit stage left, having recorded 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. Freedom in front by 3, and it's Carl Craigie to take over in search of the series victory.
Bill Cunningham, the Great American for the Rohr Insurance Agencies. Over the last many years, Alvin Rohr at Rohr Insurance Agency has handled all my personal and business needs. They are a large and growing national insurance business located right here in Greater Cincinnati. Call the Rohr Agency today at 513-985-4200 or go to rohrins.com. Call Alvin Rohr. Call the Rohr Agency today.
At Compass Self Storage, we make it easier. We understand that storing your belongings is not a luxury, but a necessity. We're a proven self-storage leader focused on providing you with a friendly, professional, and clean place to store your items. Whether your concern is price, size, availability, or security, there is no need to look anywhere else. We provide it all. Give us a call today at any of our locations in Greater Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky, or visit our webpage at compassselfstorage.com. Mention this ad and get your first month's rent for free.
Taylor Truck and Auto Repair, servicing all your local automotive and towing needs. 24-hour roadside and towing assistance are available. AAA accredited, family owned and operated. We'll even throw in a 10% labor discount for active military and veterans. 151 Dozier Drive in Walton, Kentucky. Call 859-918-6122. That's 859-918-6122.
Back to the action. Carl Craigie on the bump. The runners at first and second, 2 outs. And Jimmy Galuski at the plate, and a first pitch fastball at 91 miles an hour is going to miss outside. The Freedom had the luxury of many a brilliant pitchers in their bullpen. Carl Craigie certainly one of them. His ERA coming into this appearance at .57. And here's the 1-0. Hard fastball again, misses out for ball 2. Both base runners belonging to the starter, Mike Castellani, who left after 8 2/3 innings tonight. Scattered 6 hits with 1 walk and 6 strikeouts. The only part of his line we can't close, the runs and earned runs. With 2 men on, but 2 outs in the 9th. Craigie, hard fastball swung on and missed by Galuski, who's now in a 2-1 count. Craigie a 3-1 record in relief and an opponent batting average of 170. Caleb Lopez from second to have a quick word with him. Likely telling him that maybe they can capitalize on Niporti, feeling like nobody remembers he's out there at second. Craigie will likely focus on the hitter at the plate. And Jimmy Galuski, lefty, deals the 2-1. Hard fastball called a strike. He has come in chucking the strikes, and the Schaumburg Boomer crowd did not like the call. You hear the choir of boos as the count moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Florence again 1 pitch away from punctuating another series victory. It would be their 10th of the season. Lefty sets, closed off and below the belt. 2-2, in on the hands and fouled back to the screen. That should get Carlos Flores out of the doghouse, as the count would be 2-2 anyway. Well, I guess, if the fans got their way, it would have been a ball, right? So it'd be now a full count. I thought it was a good call. Craigie leaning in for the sign from Jackson Pritchard, and time's called in the batter's box. Gotta love these tense moments with the game hanging in the balance, and the Freedom have been magnificent in these spots all season. Niporti standing at second, Zach Taylor, who worked a walk at first, and the 2-2 to Galuski. Gets between the 5-hole of Jackson Pritchard. Everybody's going to advance 90 feet. First base now open and a full count. Galuski is the tying run in the box. In a 5-2 game, the Freedom lead, needing just 1 more out. But see 2 men now in scoring position for Schaumburg. Pritchard cycling through the signs. The lefty nods in agreement. Craigie sets in the 2-2. Bender just misses inside. My goodness, that was close. Crowd liked that call. Ooh, I thought Craigie made the pitch, but he'll need to make 1 more and a full count. Pritchard sets up out. Craigie deals and fires a fastball that's fouled off out of play. A very defensive swing as Galuski just wanted to catch up to the heat. That one at 92 from Craigie, who started the year 87-88, and he's built himself into a guy that lives in the 90s. And in a moment such as this, an adrenaline-filled moment such as this, no surprise to see him adding another mile or 2 to the velo. Count is 3 balls and 2 strikes. Craigie sets and fires again. A fastball fouled off again. What an at-bat. Jimmy Galuski hanging in there. Has not taken a comfortable hack yet, but he is making Craigie continue to throw strikes with first base open. Brock Carpenter, the DH, waiting on deck. Should it get there? Craigie gets the 1 he wants, and the payoff. Misses down and away. The bases are loaded for the Schaumburg Boomers. Threatening big time in the bottom of the 9th with Carpenter coming to the plate. Crazy Train playing over the loudspeakers. These are the kind of moments you play the game for, the kind of moments you decide you want to broadcast baseball for your career for. Carpenter 0 for 3 tonight as Craigie gets a quick consensus with Pritchard. First pitch fastballs rifled out of play off to the right. 92 again on the heat from Craigie. Carl no stranger to pitching around bases loaded situations. We all remember what he pulled in O'Fallon, Missouri. Nobody out, bases loaded for the Rascals. If one man scored, they win it in walk-off fashion. Craigie proceeded to strike out the side, and the Freedom ended up winning that series. Now the 0-1, lifted in the air to center. Gives the crowd a little bit of excitement, but Andre Mercurio is camped, and he will squeeze. Freedom reigns in a thrilling ball game with the Schaumburg Boomers. But your Freedom win again, 5-2, the final score. They're 30-13 on the season, and they have just put the finishing touches on their 10th series victory, earning the right to come to the ballpark tomorrow with a chance to break out the brooms. Another well-pitched affair, another well-hit affair for Florence, who scrambled, scratched, and clawed against a tough arm in Connor Reed, but ultimately wound up scoring in 4 separate innings to get the 5 runs they needed to win this game tonight, 5-2 over the Boomers. Back to recap another Freedom victory as we segue into the Florence Freedom postgame show next on the Freedom Broadcasting Network.
EF will get you on the field and get you your jersey.
Bill Cunningham, the Great American for the Rohr Insurance Agencies. Over the last many years, Alvin Rohr at Rohr Insurance Agency has handled all my personal and business needs. They are a large and growing national insurance business located right here in Greater Cincinnati. Call the Rohr Agency today at 513-985-4200 or go to rohrins.com. Call Alvin Rohr. Call the Rohr Agency today.
At Compass Self Storage, we make it easier. We understand that storing your belongings is not a luxury, but a necessity. We're a proven self-storage leader focused on providing you with a friendly, professional, and clean place to store your items. Whether your concern is price, size, availability, or security, there is no need to look anywhere else. We provide it all. Give us a call today at any of our locations in Greater Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky, or visit our webpage at compassselfstorage.com. Mention this ad and get your first month's rent for free.
Taylor Truck and Auto Repair, servicing all your local automotive and towing needs. 24-hour roadside and towing assistance are available. AAA accredited, family owned and operated. We'll even throw in a 10% labor discount for active military and veterans. 151 Dozier Drive in Walton, Kentucky. Call 859-918-6122. That's 859-918-6122.
Welcome back inside the broadcast booth at Boomer Stadium. Welcome inside another edition of a Florence Freedom post-game show. I'm Aaron Brody, and it was a pleasure, as always, to bring you the call of tonight's action. Another Freedom victory. Florence now improving to 30-13 on the season. It's officially the start of another winning streak, as Florence has been on the right end of the scoreboard in 3 straight. The Schaumburg Boomers with the loss, now back to 500 at 22-22, having lost 5 straight, all of which have come at the hands of a very competitive West Division and the top 2 teams within it. Your Freedom taking 2 games, the Evansville Otters, all 3 at historic Bosse Field. So the Boomers will come back to the ballpark tomorrow just hoping to avoid consecutive sweeps at the hands of the Freedom and Otters. Tonight's ball game played in 2 hours and 32 minutes. A quick mover, another well-pitched affair. Did not get the official report on the attendance, so we'll skip that part and go right to the pitchers who took a decision tonight. Mike Castellani improves to 5-1, grabs his 6th quality start in 8 outings in 2019. The All-Star was as good as advertised again tonight. His final line, 8 2/3 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned with 1 walk and 6 strikeouts. On the other side, Connor Reed suffered his 3rd loss of the season, falling to 2-3 on the year. His final line, 7 innings, 12 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, no walks, and 3 strikeouts. Coming in search of the final out in the 9th inning, Carl Craigie notches his 2nd save of the year and becomes the 4th Freedom pitcher to tally a save this season. Here's how the scoring broke down in this middle game affair between the Freedom and Boomers tonight. It was your Freedom who scored first, now improving to 21-4. Just a remarkable statistic in games in which the Freedom scored the game's first run. They did so scoring 1 in their 2nd at bat. Ricky Ramirez Jr. started the frame with the double, came around to score 2 batters later when Jackson Pritchard made it a 1-0 game with the 2nd double in the frame off Reed. The Freedom would add to their lead in the 4th inning, but not before the Schaumburg Boomers would tie the game on a solo shot from Matt Rose, his 5th-round tripper of the season, led off the bottom of the 2nd, even the score at 1. Then it was the Freedom again. 2 singles to start the 4th from Taylor Bryant, and Caleb Lopez had him sitting pretty before a sacrifice bunt from Andre Mercurio put 2 men in scoring position for Ricky Ramirez Jr., who would deliver a 2 RBI single to push the Freedom ahead 3-1. Then it was the Freedom for a couple of frames. Scoring again in the 5th. We see this streaky offense like to score in consecutive at-bats. They did it again tonight. 1 more run crossing the plate in inning number 5. Connor Crane scoring the run and coming across after an error on the 3rd baseman Matt Rose after a ball that was hit in play by Tyler Reichenborn down the 3rd base line. Originally that play was called a hit, a backhand play deep in the hole. But Rose ended up swallowing the air. Reichenborn ended up swallowing the offer in that at bat. And no RBI, as it was an unearned run charge to Connor Reed, as the score again moved to 4-1 in favor of the Freedom. They would add 1 more to the ledger in the 7th. Austin Wobrock starting the frame with the single before coming around to score on a true base knock from Tyler Reichenborn, who delivered an RBI single in the 7th to make it a 5-1 game. Then Schaumburg would make it a 3-run affair in the 8th. They got a leadoff triple from Jimmy Galuski before Connor Oliver brought it to a 3-run affair. Grounding out to 2nd. A productive out. Made it 5-2. What a thrilling 9th inning it was. Mike Castellani back out in search of the complete game. We've now seen back-to-back starting pitchers for the Freedom come back out in the 9th inning with electric stuff. Scott Sebald in the opener. Tonight it was Castellani. Sebald got 1 out in the 9th. Castellani got 2, but he walked Zach Taylor to put runners at 1st and 2nd after Niporti had doubled earlier in the frame. That's when Craigie emerged, walked the first man he faced in Jimmy Galuski to load the bases, but then got the big out he needed, a fly out to center field from Brock Carpenter, ended the game with the Freedom, your 5-2 winners. As we always will, we'll close this broadcast by taking a quick look around the Frontier League scoreboard. We saw yesterday, very unconventional, all road teams winning. Well, so far from the only game that we know of, the Freedom, the road team, winning again. Still trying to load on the laptop, internet incredibly slow. But here we go. We've got the scores. The Lake Erie Crushers and Windy City Thunderbolts in Game 2 of that series, and they will have a rubber match tomorrow as Windy City emerges 2-1 in that all-East Division affair in Crestwood, Illinois. Just one other final score to report. The Washington Wild Things even the series with the Joliet Slammers. So now we're seeing a couple of home teams get back on track. Washington shutting out Joliet 3-0 to force a rubber match of their own at Wild Things Park tomorrow. Now 2 games that are still underway, and these are the 2 games you want to pay the most attention to. Both very important West Division affairs. The River City Rascals are trying to push the Evansville Otters to the brink of a series sweep at historic Bosse Field. That's the home ballpark of Evansville. It's River City right now, 4-1 over the Otters, but still plenty of time, just the bottom of the 6th. So maybe not plenty of time, but past the halfway point. 4-1, River City ahead of Evansville. Evansville still is the second-place team in the West Division, 4 games back of the Freedom. They would be 5 back, and it would be all eyes on Southern Illinois at that point, who would have a chance to jump Evansville with a win. But the news gets better. The Gateway Grizzlies up 5-2 over Southern Illinois. That game in the top of the 5th. Let's not fall for it again. Last night, Gateway was winning by a couple of runs about midway through. Started to get excited that they were going to hand Southern Illinois their 3rd straight loss. Ended up not happening. Southern storming back to win a 1-run affair 4-3 last night. So let's hit pause on that. But right now, everything working out the way the Freedom would have drawn it up at the beginning of the day. Get the win over the Schaumburg Boomers, have Evansville lose 1 more, have Gateway emerge over Southern Illinois. Both those games not final, but we're getting what we want to see wherever they're at in the game. Again, River City in the bottom of the 6th, 4-1 over Evansville. Rooting for the Rascals in that one. Top of the 5th at GCS Credit Union Ballpark. Gateway up 3 on the Miners, 5-2. So pay attention to those two finals. It's a little bit early for scoreboard watching, admittedly, but anytime you're in first place and you're 17 games above 500 and having to scoreboard watch, you know how competitive and tough the West Division is. So it is just fun to track what these very talented teams are doing night in and night out. But make no mistake about it, nobody in the 10-team Frontier League is playing better baseball right now than your very own Florence Freedom, who just put the finishing touches on series victory number 10 this season, have a shot to sweep Schaumburg in the finale tomorrow. That, again, will be a scheduled 6 p.m. start. We'll see. We've been late to start each of the first 2 nights of this series. Very well could happen tomorrow, but we are scheduled to start at 6, so our broadcast is going to start at 5:45. We will continue the simulcast on YouTube live stream and on Mixlr, and look forward to seeing you back at the yard here in Schaumburg tomorrow as the Freedom look to break out the brooms on the Boomers.